Hello, investigators, and welcome to Until the End of Time. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is a continuation of our Cyclopean Foundations campaign, and I am joined once again by Patrick and Shaheen. If you haven't seen our first episode, go back, watch it. It's the first scenario of the campaign, as well as talking a little bit about our decks. So we will not be repeating what we're all doing. We're just going to get right into it. Though before we actually start with the scenario, we're going to talk briefly about what cards we upgrade. And I'm going to start off. Pat, tell us about which cards you added to your deck.
Hi, good morning or good afternoon. Time zones are weird. Hi, it's Patrick. I purchased two cards with our 6 XP. I went for a backpack level 2. Great card. I'm running a tool-based scavenging deck. Absolutely, that's just like fishes stuff out faster. Tool belt does conflict with it on body slots, but it's a good way to get things into the garbage for scavenging, and it can really speed up setup. I'm going to try to be using this to get Hawkeye folding cameras and hopefully tool belt early. Um, and then I also got one of the new cards coming out in the Scarlet Keys. It's the customizable secret card Empirical Hypothesis. I could only invest 4 experience into this to keep it at level 2 so that Daryl can keep it in his deck. But I noticed Daryl needed some card draw, and I wanted to use one of the new customizable cards, so this seemed like the perfect opportunity. I purchased it with independent variable. So after you discard a treachery or enemy from play, which fits really well with Daryl's whole deal with his evidence. Field research after you enter a location with 3 or more Sprout. That one I chose just because it seemed like it would naturally happen more than the other 2 1 XP options. And then I also got peer review so that all of the other investigators in my location can also leverage empirical hypothesis after I'm set up or if they're in dire need of setup.
Or if we can
I'm really excited to.
help you with the triggers, because we are also allowed to trigger the abilities on it. So if we can discard an enemy from play, we can also give you that evidence, or whatever you choose.
You know what? That's a really sexy point. Thank you, Veronica.
That's a point. All right, I'm
That is
gonna.
something I hadn't thought of.
Yeah, no, it's not just you can give us the card draw. It's also we can help you trigger the criteria. Shaheen, I know that you haven't picked up any Scarlet Keys cards yet because the Guardian cards in that box haven't exactly been what Muunokhoi is looking for. But tell us what you bought with your XP anyway.
Yeah, so leveraging the two strengths of this investigator, I decided to go with sweeping kick, which is really amazing because once again, I can play an event with the fight ability as if I were at Garrett's location. So the idea of a hawk performing a sweeping kick on an enemy is just wonderful to me, and it doubles up this one in particular. Since if you succeed, you automatically evade the attacked enemy. It doubles up on Garrett's natural ability that says that if you succeed your fight test, you may deal +1 damage or automatically evade the attacked enemy. In addition, I have Safeguard, which of course allows you to move if another investigator at your location is moving. And with the Avian Synergy talent, it says when you would move through a non-forced effect, you can move Garrett instead. So Safeguard actually allows you to move Garrett around instead of your own investigators. So additional movement cards like on the trail from Edge of the Earth that says like choose an enemy at another location and then move twice and you discover clues, you can actually move Garrett and discover those clues instead to better position him. So focusing on movement related cards is really powerful for this investigator. So I'm hoping to kind of display those here.
Okay, and there is one other thing that I believe we changed. Do we want to talk about Garrett revealing locations right now, or is that something that
Yes.
will? Okay, so I think actually, why don't you tell us what we? So we decided to change something after last week's recording. Can you tell us what
Yeah,
that is?
so yeah, testing a new investigator is always kind of tricky because like as you go along, you kind of encounter scenarios where like, oh, I never thought of that. That's kind of busted. So we decided the best way to actually make Garrett function is to let him move around without revealing locations. Because the process of revealing those locations gets into the weeds a lot with rules, and that is kind of awful and insufferable.
It got
So the
kind of
easiest
messy, yeah.
yeah, it gets super messy super fast, and the easiest solution is just to make it so that he can go through those locations, but not reveal those locations.
Yeah.
So I think that is the easiest fix for that.
An elegant fix, if I say so. So yeah, keep in mind that if you're watching last week's video, or I don't exactly know how at what time I'm releasing these. At the time of recording this, I have not yet released the first episode because I wanted to have a bit of a buffer between the episodes, just in case maybe we're not able to record for a week. And so if you're watching that last video, keep in mind that we have changed how that works. Shaheen has changed how it works as his investigator.
Yeah, to keep it honest, yeah.
Do you mind if I just say something really quick about Muunokhoi?
Yeah, go ahead.
I really like the design of a movement trick and event focused investigator who leans into survivor and guardian, because most movement tricks are in seeker, and so I've done a lot of movement trick decks, but it is really cool to see the seeker and guardian card pool leveraged in that way. So that's something that I'm absolutely delighted to see. So kudos to him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. I hope it continues to work okay and not be too busted.
I've shown him to a couple of other friends of mine who play Arkham, and they've all been very positive. So I look forward to seeing how he grows over the course of the campaign, because obviously with that Edge of the Earth deck building, right, it starts one way, but you're only going to upgrade in a very different direction. Now moving on to, so I got a little bit more XP. I was playing the Obel lottery and I completely cheated, so sorry. But also I did get 8 XP, so I bought the Underworld Market. This increases my deck size by 10, and then before drawing my opening hands, I choose 10 illicit cards in my deck to form a separate market deck. I'll go over these really quickly because it's most of my remaining XP. So there's a Fence in there, there's a Lockpicks in there, there's a Payday in there. There's also 2 more new cards, the Hidden Pocket and the I'll Take That. And then a couple of classic, and the Thieves Kit has found its way there. There's also Contraband. This doubles the number of ammo or supply tokens. I don't believe we have any cards that use ammo other than this random gun that snuck into my deck, but we have a couple of cards that use supply, including the Thieves Kit, but also I know the Fingerprint Kit uses supplies. And then I have to confess something. So if some of you were extremely perceptive last scenario, you might have noticed that I never drew the copy of Pickpocketing that I totally put in my level 0 deck, because I'm playing Kamani Jones, and of course I would never play a Kamani Jones deck without putting Pickpocketing in my deck, and it must have been some kind of bug or something went wrong with Arkham DB where I completely forgot to put this card in my deck. And I've actually done this multiple times with different Kamani Jones decks, and somebody pointed out to me that I wasn't running Pickpocketing, and I went, why am I not running Pickpocketing in every single one of my decks? So that has been fixed now. There's a Pickpocketing in the market deck. Hopefully I'll find it quickly so I can evade lots of enemies and get my card draw. One of the nice things about the combination between Underworld Support and Underworld Market is that despite getting the 10 additional deck size, it doesn't actually increase the size of my actual deck. It just goes in a side deck. The downside is that I have to pick 10 unique or 10 different cards to form this market deck. So it's going to get a little tricky. Shaheen, can I ask you to read the story texts going for scenario 2, going twice?
Absolutely. Going twice. If the O'Banions have laid their hands on the expedition cargo, then they are surely aware of its worth. Any loot of high enough value will be stored somewhere secure but accessible, alongside other valuable items that the thieves intend to fence. Moreover, the amount and variety of the stolen artifacts would make finding a single buyer nigh impossible. The most likely conclusion is that the O'Banions will sell the artifacts piecemeal to collectors who know not to ask questions. The one situation where these threads come together is a black market auction run by the gangsters. You make the usual trade of dollars for rumors to learn about where such an auction is being held and head back to your home to prepare. Having spent the early evening on the waterfront, you arrive fashionably late to the event. A few other finely dressed latecomers file alongside you toward the O'Banions' cover business, a private art gallery. 2 hulking mobsters stand at the entrance, sizing you up as you approach. The thought occurs that they likely won't let you inside with any weapons. The question now is how to proceed. The investigators must choose one. Best not to arouse suspicions. We'll surrender our weapons. Remember that you cooperated with the Obanians. We'll cause a distraction and slip inside. Remember that you caused a ruckus outside. Or 3, there's got to be another way inside. Remember that you took time to find another way in. Continue to set up.
All right. I just completely remembered something, so let me check my deck for something real quick. Yeah, so I forgot to put a card in my deck that I meant to do before we started. My apologies, but this happens sometimes. I'm gonna take out this copy of Streetwise, and I'm gonna put in a copy of Fine Clothes. The reason for that is, of course, that I have the Hidden Pocket, and Hidden Pocket requires a clothing card to be attached to it. So I'm just gonna put that into my deck real quick.
Love the theme of the security consultant wearing some fine clothes with hidden pockets. That's so fun.
Fantastic. I would
this
say
scenario looks so cool.
Yeah, I would say we surrender our weapons because we don't have a lot of weapons, and for the most part, we like.
I'm just taking pictures.
Yeah, you're taking pictures. I'm evading people, and Shaheen is punching people.
Just have boxing gloves.
Well, I believe the boxing gloves are weapons, so you'll have to surrender those. But for some reason, they let you in with your eagle.
They don't ask questions there.
Back their eyes out.
They can confiscate your sweeping kicks.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I would say definitely either surrender or cause a distraction, because I feel like wasting time is gonna hurt us.
I feel like causing a ruckus is also a bad idea. I feel like we just surrender our weapons.
I think we just surrender the weapons.
Yeah.
Wait, if we do that, then am I not able to? How does setup work? We've drawn opening hands at this point, right?
I think we wait, because then it says.
Oh, right. Sorry. So now we got a setup. Now we draw our opening hands. Yeah, we should draw our opening hands now. I don't remember the timing of this ever. Okay, so mulliganing decisions. Obviously, none of these cards are very good for
I'm
what we want to
keeping
do.
my hand.
Mulliganing 5. I want to draw cards that give me extra economy or that let me, give me valuable time. So.
Okay, it says check the campaign log. If you have 3 or more notice, also gather the cards from the countermeasures encounter set that matches the classes of investigators chosen for this scenario. Okay.
What? Okay, where are these?
So we need to find the countermeasures that match Seeker and Rogue.
Seeker and Rogue.
If possible, to Seeker and Rogue.
No, not Seeker, Rogue. Survivor and Rogue.
Rogue and Survivor.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Survivor and Rogue. Got it.
Yeah.
And what happens with
it says me use agenda 2 sold out. Remove the other agenda from the game.
Check the campaign log if you have those. Yeah, right. They're just gathered and put into the encounter deck, I'm assuming. Let's not look at those. I'm curious. I want to see what happens.
See.
I'm excited. Yeah.
We did not cause a ruckus, so yep.
Okay.
And then create the auction deck. Then we're taking 4 of the 8 action lot assets, serve them together. Right.
So 1, 2, 3,
Have
4.
You shuffled this?
No. Good call.
Probably shuffle it first and then do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll handle it. You keep going on.
Put the locations into play. If we took the time to find a way in, we begin at the display room. Otherwise, we begin at the private lobby. Which is over.
Okay.
And then put Ernie Vickers into play in the smoking lounge. He's a loan shark. Action. Parlay. Gain 5 resources. Recording your campaign log. The investigator took out a loan. Limit once per game. If we cooperated with the Obanians before drawing opening hands, each investigator searches their deck and player for all weapon assets. Yeah, so these are some. I hope so. The thing here is like it's possible that like removing the one deck weapon from my deck is going to ruin market, but I'm just gonna say that it doesn't, because otherwise I'm supposed to shuffle those 9 cards into the underworld market, which is just miserable for me. So let's have the card actually do what it's supposed to do, as opposed to, ruining the thing. All right. So, are we ready? No, we have can I ask you to read the agenda and act cards?
I got it, yeah. Agenda 1A, cover charge. Now inside the auction house, your task truly begins. The Obanians are watching the crowds carefully, so you'll have to maintain it down. Bidding on some of the items up for auction should convince them. Forced, if there's no auction lot next to the agenda deck, draw the top card of the auction deck and put it into play next to the agenda deck. If you cannot, because the auction deck is empty, advance this agenda immediately. Act 1A, Private Access. The storage for the gang's stolen goods must be further inside, but security is tight, as expected. There's got to be some way to discreetly clear the door of the gangster standing guard. Objective: only investigators at the auction hall can spend the requisite number of clues to advance. That is 12 clues and a 3 doom threshold. This nasty combination.
Okay, well,
Our symbols skull is minus X. X is equal to 4 minus the number of cards in the auction deck, so starts at 0 and then scales up. It would have started at 1 if we had taken our time.
Isn't it starting at -1 because we have to immediately resolve the force effect?
You are correct. Yeah. Yes, good call. Okay, so we have to immediately resolve the force effect.
I've got one. The auction lot Baroque painting, a 5-cost asset. Item forced. When the current agenda would advance and this card is next to the agenda deck, remove all doom from play and resolve whichever of the following is true. If there's fewer than 9 resources on this card, the investigators do not win the auction. Remove this card from the game. If there are 9 or more resources on this card, the investigators win the auction. Investigators as a group must pay resources equal to the amount of resources on this card. If you cannot, remove this card from the game and each investigator takes 2 damage. Otherwise, remove all resources from the card and choose an investigator to take control of it. Interesting.
How do we put resources on it? I guess that's the question.
I assume we go to the auction house.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so it looks like the strategy here is we need to win bids before the agenda advances.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, so there's 2 more tokens. A -1 if you fail, lose a resource for each point you fail by. And a -2 that becomes a -4 instead if there are no resources on an auction lot card in play. Alright. Well, let's reveal the first location and see what we got.
Okay. If the investigators cooperated with the Obanians, private lobby gains action, test, intelligence, or agility. Gets +1 difficulty for each clue on private lobby. If you succeed, choose a weapon asset beneath it and place that card into its owner's hand. If you succeed by 2 or more, you may choose an additional card and place it into the owner's hand.
Oh, so this might have actually been better for someone with a lot of
pretty
weapons.
Helpful.
Yeah. All right. Well, Pat, do you want to go first?
Yeah, my turn isn't going to be super exciting. I didn't mulligan into any solid draw cards.
Okay.
I'll start with short supply though.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to do it this way.
Sure.
So, because I'm playing scavenging, and resourceful, it pays a lot to pay attention to what cards got tossed away, especially when it comes to items. So my fingerprint kit, magnifying glass, one of my resourcefuls and one of my scavengings are in there, as well as my rabbit's foot. Both perceptions, a deduction, captivating discovery. So some decent items. I didn't think about this before starting the game, but I'm really glad I didn't lose my empirical hypothesis there because I'm not sure how I would get that back right now. But
just deck cycle.
Yep. So I'm actually going to do something not necessarily the greatest. Sorry, I started with 2 trauma because it didn't end the thick of it. I'm going to draw before playing my cards. I'm going to play Schaffner's Catalog.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use 2 of those resources to play out a Hawkeye folding camera.
Sounds good. Shaheen, do you want to go? I also feel that you got an Ace of Swords.
Yeah, Ace of Swords begins in play, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm like laughing that they took my so-called weapons. I'm going to play a brand of Cthulhu, and then I'm going to play track shoes.
Can't confiscate the sorcery. All right.
Exactly. You can't confiscate that. And then I have one action left, which I'm going to use to move
Mhm.
myself here.
All right.
Actually, let's go to the maybe smoking lounge because I don't know what this guy's doing. What do y'all think?
I think you want to go to the auction hall because I think that's where the meat of
Actually,
the
yeah,
story
let's
is.
do that. Auction hall. You bid on the current auction lot, place one or more resources. How many of these can we get?
Well, we have to pay for them, so we have to actually have the
Well,
money.
we're trying to pay for them, and we're trying to get 4 per investigator clues. We're trying to
Ah,
appease the
darn.
O'Banians. We're like trying to juggle a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Well,
Anyway,
I'm poor, so
yeah, sorry. Shaheen, you do have a reaction trigger now.
I do. Let's test it. Is anything gonna hurt me? Lose a resource? Well, I'm poor, so it's fine.
And you're also not failing on
Uh,
-1 here.
yeah.
So you're triggering trick shoes. You draw a -1, which passes. So you can now
I
either
succeed.
move or move Garrett. I think
Okay.
you move.
Yeah, I think I'm going to move. Let's move to the display room. Let's see what's in there.
All right.
And then it says during your turn, choose and discard a card from your hand. It gets -X shroud, where yeah, X is the cost of the discarded card.
ooh, I wish I had Moonstone.
I have
Very
Leo DeLuca
cool.
in hand.
Ooh,
That's a -6.
Yeah, until the end of your turn.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty
that
strong.
would be a pretty
yeah.
good way to get that cleared out. You do have a bonus action to move Garrett. Could you move Garrett to the auction hall?
Yeah, let's put
I
him
already
there.
covered. All right. I'm going to start my turn, which means that I flip the top 2 cards from my market deck. There's a fence and a Thieves' Kit. Awkwardly, Thieves' Kit's the card that I really want because obviously getting investigate and research at the same time is great, but I think I have to take the fence because you want to have the fence for everything else. So I'm going to pay 1 resource to add fence to my hand, which puts the Thieves' Kit back on the bottom of the market deck. And now I have to decide what I'm going to do with the rest of my turn because it's not looking fantastic right now. My hand's not great. I'll draw a card. I've got 7 cards in hand. I'll draw another card. That's not bad. I will play a fence. But I might be using some of your catalog money at some point.
Yeah,
If you
that's
can.
okay. That's okay. Go for it.
Alright, shall we go to upkeep?
Yes. Give
Ma'am.
me something good from Muunokhoi.
Go in here.
Nice.
It's okay.
Alright, we Doom on. And I'm the lead investigator, so encounter cards. Oh, immediately. Did we shuffle?
No, we didn't.
Oh,
we did
didn't.
not.
Let me.
It was just put on top. That's why.
Shuffle again.
Okay, there we go.
Now,
Keeping tabs. If it's agenda 2, you gain search. Otherwise, put it into play next to the agenda deck. After an investigator activates the free triggered ability on auction hall, discard 1 copy of keeping tabs. The end of the round, the investigator did not activate the ability. Each investigator takes a damage and places a clue on their location. Okay, so we have to activate. We have to start bidding, otherwise we're going to get punched in the face. But we need to actually.
I can do it. Yeah. I have money I don't need.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, you're not you're not paying any money. We don't pay any money until we win an auction.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting because we can think we're going to have all of this money, and then the encounter deck like robs us or something. And then
if that's the case, then I would have activated it last turn.
No, don't.
Okay.
Because we don't know what else is in there. So I think you wait with activating it until you absolutely have to, or we know we're gonna win it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I'm expecting there to be something like you have to put additional things on there.
I drew a pickpocket. It's a 1/1/3 enemy, aloof, hunter, prey, most resources. Forced at the end of the enemy phase if pickpocket is ready and unengaged, move 2 resources from each investigator at pickpocket's location to pickpocket. When you defeat or discard pickpocket, move all resources on pickpocket to the resource pools of investigators at pickpocket's location. So she's gonna rob us of our money, but it does mean we can redistribute our money using her.
Yeah,
if we're clever.
I don't think she's gonna live that long. Shaheen?
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah, she probably.
I'm gonna put an evidence on her though.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So I'm just
we had those
yeah. I'll just put this here. I'm going to use like health tokens for evidence on Daryl's Kodak just because it does go up 1, 2, 3, 4, which is really nice.
Interesting. Covetous competitor. If it's agenda 2, covetous competitor gains surge. Otherwise, put it next to the agenda deck. After you activate the ability on auction hall, take 1 damage. Parlay. Test willpower or combat. You may spend any amount of resources to get +1 skill value for each resource spent. If you succeed, discard it. If you control an auction lot asset, you may remove it from the game to automatically succeed. Wow.
You can just give your painting to the competitive competitor. I love it. Oh, beard. Love the thing.
well, so we have a bit of an issue now in that somebody needs to clear this and somebody needs to pay.
Well, what do we have? What do we need? Who has good combat or willpower?
I'm
Shaheen.
at 5 combat right
Yeah,
now.
I think
And
Shaheen
I
has
can
to.
put myself to
think
6,
Shaheen,
which isn't
yeah.
that good, but
No, 6 is fine. Why don't you go first, Shaheen?
okay. Well, I'm gonna move here,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to parlay.
Mhm.
Wait, it's a parlay.
Yeah.
Veronica, you have.
I have
Oh,
fine
I thought you had.
clothes.
No, you don't have it out.
I have fine clothes in my hands, but
Okay.
I have other things
I'm
that I
gonna
really
spend a
need to be doing.
resource,
Yeah.
and
Why?
I'm at 6. Do I get to take
Why?
heart to this test?
No, what are you doing? You don't
Why would?
go...
I fail.
Okay,
Haha.
try again and just don't spend
Yeah.
you're spending an awful lot of resources on a test that you're like 1 over. Like, just try it again. Right?
Do it again.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I tried. I failed both times.
Yeah, but like statistically speaking, you should have. Well, no, not necessarily should have, but those were not bad tests to be taking, I think. Well, my market deck is gonna trigger. I have a Sour Mash and a Lockpicks. I am okay leaving both of those on the bottom of my deck. I don't need those right now.
Oh, I can move Garrett if I want.
No, Garrett's fine
Do
where
I-
he is.
Yeah, I was like, do I do that? No. Leave him here.
A bit awkward because. Okay, so what happens if we don't
She
do
takes her
this?
money.
Well, no, not her. If we don't get the if we don't start bidding,
Hey,
we take a damage.
we need to bid
or lose
because
a,
otherwise it'll make it advance. Like, we
Yeah.
have to be bidding is what's going on here.
Well, even if we don't bid, it's still gonna advance. The problem is if we don't bid, we get punched in the mouth and get clues because keeping tabs. So, Pat, can you go?
Oh, who's our best bet to beat an investigator or willpower combat test? You and I are at the same.
I'm gonna take care
All
of
right,
it.
so
I need you to go first
okay,
and
okay.
get this clue here, or get clues here, so
Get
you
a
can
clue.
pickpocket, so you can get the evidence of pickpocketing.
Oh, right. Duh. I'm going to play a Hawkeye folding camera, using Schaffner's catalog resources.
Sure.
Really nice. I got these two at the beginning of the game this time, unlike last time. All right, I'm going to investigate. I'm testing at 5 versus 2.
Nice.
+1.
Where were these tokens
Grab
when Shaheen
a
was
clue.
trying to,
Yeah. When I was trying to advance the game.
So I'm going to let's see. Yep, all good. And then I'll go ahead and wait. She makes me drop clues, right?
No. She
No,
steals your
it's
money.
the keeping tabs
Oh, gotcha.
at the end of the
There's a lot
round.
happening in the scenario already. I'm kind of,
Yeah, there's a lot to keep track of.
But just keep investigating. I got the.
Yeah, I'm
We're
going to
taking 1
investigate.
damage anyway.
Hey,
That's a good one.
Put an
place one
evidence on a
evidence on an
camera.
acid. Yes,
On a
ma'am.
camera,
I will.
absolutely.
Okay, so I put an evidence on a camera and I pick up a clue.
All right. So I actually triggered my market prematurely in that case because would have supposed to only do it now, but it's fine. I'm going to play Fine Clothes. And then I'm going to parlay because there's no location requirement there. So I'll just test willpower to commit this guts. I'm fine. Shaheen, if you would be so... Oh, well, that's bad. So this is discarded. Shaheen, if you would be so nice as to activate the free triggered ability here. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, you were doing that one up there. I thought you were doing this one here.
Why are
Oh,
you?
that's sorry. If there's any location, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just okay. So
Yeah, let's free trigger.
free trigger. We're bidding 1 on this auction lots. Shaheen, sorry, it was a little confusing. And now the keeping tabs is discarded because we are bidding. No, look at us. We're bidding. And then unfortunately, I drew Agent Fletcher, so that's a little bad. Yeah. Fortunately, it does let me actually do something. I'm going to.
I can kill him.
Yeah, but you can't kill him in my turn, right? Because that's kind of the part where
no,
we're
I'm
gonna
done.
sneak by and commit a manual dexterity. Glad I committed that manual dexterity.
Yep.
I toss and draw a card and evade him. All right. So we go to the enemy phase. End of the enemy phase. It's ready and unengaged. It's going to steal 4 of our resources.
Money from Pat.
No, it steals from both of us.
Yep.
So it gains 4
from
resources.
each investigator. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yep. And then we go to upkeep. Fletcher ready to engage with me. I'm gonna need Shaheen to help me with that. And we go to upkeep. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's actually really good here. Yeah. Dumon?
Cool. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so if we just keep it under 9 resources, then we just don't care, right? Because we just lose the auction. Like, I know that we probably want to win the auction, but it's not.
Like my guess is that cover charge is going to flip back.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice.
No, not even flip back. It just doesn't advance. We remove all doom from the game, and that's the text.
Yeah, if you get the auction,
it stops itself from advancing. Okay, cool. Bidding war. Revelation, if it is Agenda 2, Bidding War gains Surge. Otherwise, put Bidding War into play next to the Agenda deck. When you activate the free trigger ability on Auction Hall, test Willpower 3. If you fail, place 2 additional resources on the current auction lot. If you fail by 2 or more, take 1 horror. Whether you succeed or fail, discard Bidding War. So next time I bid on something, I might fail a willpower test and bid more than I need.
It's not just you. It's into play next to the agenda deck. It's just in general.
Gosh.
I will say that this item is really expensive, and there may be like bonuses if we purchase the really expensive item. I'm just gonna say that.
Go ahead and draw your Chrono card. I think the thing is, like, we don't have the money to do this unless we start parlaying with
Fixer. If there's a countermeasure in play, okay.
It's not.
Oh no! Whatever will I do?
Mm-hmm. Well, we do have 2 problems for you to deal with right now. So
yeah.
Start.
Why don't we let Shaheen go first? Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to play improvised weapon.
All right.
And I'm gonna commit a stunning blow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And you're attacking the fixer, I assume?
Yeah. Attacking the fixer, yeah.
Because you can also use it to attack. Well, I guess you are at Garrett's location, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's stunned and evaded and takes a damage.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay, and then I'm going to use the ability to move Garrett down here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to attack Agent Fletcher with Garrett.
Sounds good.
So I'm attacking at 6.
Nice.
Okay, he's evaded. All right. What else would you like me to do?
Can you kill this? Can you engage and kill this?
Do you want me to kill Agent Fletcher for you, Veronica?
You can't do that this turn, can you?
You think that, but I can.
You don't have any money. Did you remember that you don't have any
money? I don't need money.
Okay.
Do you want me to kill him?
Go ahead, I guess.
Okay, I'm going to play as 1 and ready, Garrett.
There it is. Okay. I was like, how are you killing
me? Okay, and then I'm going to attack with Garrett.
Overpowered signature. Must nerf. No, I'm joking.
Okay. It's dead.
That's nicely done. All right. How about... also, Pat, I assume you put in evidence on bidding war, right?
Oh, yes, I did. That is a very good call. I totally did that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
If I could...
Or no. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. On bidding war. Okay, cool.
I'm like confused where we're supposed to get the money for these because I'm not getting. I mean, maybe in the smoking lounge we can turn like clues into money or something. Anyway, I'm gonna go check out what the market deck
I
has
mean,
to.
you can take a loan out from him, but I don't trust him because he looks
Mhm.
sketchy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take
He
anything from my market deck because I think I need the money for something else this turn. Because I think we want me to clear this pickpocket, right? This is bad.
Yeah, in
Okay.
general.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
play breaking and entering.
Okay.
So this is an investigate. I succeed by a lot, so trigger whatever triggers you've got, Pat.
Okay. Cool.
So you get evidence on your cameras, and you could trigger.
Yeah. I get these two. I can't trigger Daryl's camera because I have to discover
Yeah,
the
I know,
clues.
but yeah. And
Yeah.
then I automatically evade the pickpocket as part of that, and then I use
Noise.
Kamani's ability to engage them automatically.
Ah!
So that's a
Ah!
good way to
This
get.
is so cool, V!
Gotta have some tricks up your sleeve, right? Let's evade.
Yeah.
I'm adding my intellect to my agility. I'm gonna commit this spell for because I'm never gonna have the money for that. -1. So that to succeed by enough to
I
discard the
think so.
pickpocket
Yep.
it. Do you need money? Otherwise, I'm just gonna take all of it.
I don't need money,
All right. So I get 4
actually.
resources, and I'm gonna spend 3 of it to play Gregory Gray. And that's my turn.
My goodness.
All right, Daryl. Save us, Daryl.
All right, what am I doing?
I think I kind of want you to go into the smoking lounge and see if you can.
To see if there are clues there I can scoop up.
Yeah, or if there are ways
Or
to
money.
turn clues into money, because like
All right,
I
I'm
wouldn't put it
going to
past this
move.
campaign so far to just not have it, but
Test will. So, smoking lounge, 3 shroud, 0 clues. Action, parlay. Test willpower or intellect 7. You get plus X skill value for this test, where X is the cost of the item asset you control with the highest cost. If you succeed, gain a clue from the token bank.
So you get +2 because you have
Yeah,
everything you
I
own
have
is a
the hot.
2.
Yeah. Everything I own is a 2. That's not great for me.
no.
Um, I would rather go to the auction hall and start picking up clues.
Sounds good. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Let's see. I've moved once. I'm going to just shortcut myself
Mhm.
over to whoops, didn't need to
That
spend an action.
doesn't cost an action, yeah.
Over to the auction hall.
Mhm.
I'm going to play scavenging,
Yep.
and then I'm going to investigate.
All right. So you're
So I'm at
7, right?
7.
Wait, no,
7.
6. Sorry, you're 7. I for some reason I thought you had a magnifying glass.
6 versus 3.
Yeah.
I want the scavenging trigger, so I'm probably going to use the Daryl's Kodak
Sounds good.
ability. So it's at, I'm testing 6 versus 1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
-2. Really glad I spent that evidence. I grabbed the evidence off of what's called.
Do you mind if I replace the damage token with a resource tracker instead? Because I understand
Yes,
why you did that, but
absolutely.
also the damage token is like kind of weird. So let's do
Yes,
this. So
yes.
for
I
people
just
that,
didn't know where I didn't know where a resource tracker was. Thank you, V.
you just have to clone them. This is slightly awkward always, but for people who weren't tracking our conversation just now, the problem basically being that stacking the giant. Oh, you got it. All right.
There we go. I got it.
Stacking all these evidence tokens got kind of confusing last game, so we're using a countable tracker now, but of course there are some downsides to that as well, especially if you use a damage token. So you got the evidence from the bidding war because you got a clue.
Correct. I'm going to pull. So my choices are Rabbit's Foot, Mag Glass, and Fingerprint Kit. I don't think I have the resources for a tool belt and a fingerprint kit right now, so I'm just going to pull Rabbit's Foot in the hope that it gets me more cards.
All right. I'm like profoundly confused by the decision to not have any way to just get a bunch of resources other than what is obviously a very sketchy choice. Because like I don't assume this campaign is designed with the intent that investigators are running rogue decks. And if you're coming in here with your Dark Horse deck, then like how are you ever winning an auction? Because there's 9 resources.
Yeah,
Or, I mean, obviously, if you're playing a Dark Horse deck, there would be 2 other investigators still in the game. But like,
Well, we're just playing nice. We want to like fake it till we make it. You know.
yeah, I guess that's fair. Maybe
We're
yeah.
just doing bids to keep
Yeah.
them happy. Maybe if we win, we get something neat.
Yeah.
I would imagine that the auction, if winning an auction is probably like there's probably some story effects from winning a high profile item, but I imagine effect wise, it's probably not going to be worth the investment.
That's fair.
It's going to be worth the divergence in story.
Yeah.
I would imagine, knowing
I
Beard.
hope that there's other ones in there that are not 3 per investigator. Maybe the painting is like the most powerful one, and the other ones are cheaper.
Yeah, maybe
we'll
we
have
just
to see.
got lucky. Yeah.
Let's go to upkeep. All right. So this guy readies and engages.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I just lost all of my evidence.
Yeah, your film got ruined. You took 0
Oh,
order, but
all
all
of it.
your evidence. That's rough.
You have 1 on the camera.
No, that's also gone.
Yeah.
You have to spend. He has to spend 4, and he had 4. So.
Oh wow, that's awful.
Is it working?
Oh yeah, there we go.
All right. So we doom on, but when we would reach when the agenda would advance, and this card is next to the agenda,
just remove it.
Remove all doom and resolve, which is true. There are fewer than 9 resources in the card. Investigators do not win the action. The card is removed from the game, and the forced effect makes it so that we flip another lot.
Oh my gosh, that's more expensive.
It's more expensive. Okay. Yeah,
okay, so I'm not invested in investing 12 resources in this at this moment in time.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just let's work on the act objective. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think that's the right call here. I'm just kind of like curious. Okay, well we got another bidding war. Pat, you're gonna.
I'm going to place evidence on it. Yep.
Yeah. And then your encounter card is going to be.
Oh.
Another
covetous competitor.
Okay.
Well, we can parlay that one and get her out of there. And then
Yep.
Shaheen.
Okay.
Oh, you got a hand card.
Interesting.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Can I go first?
You can go ahead.
And just start picking up some clues.
Sounds good to me.
I'm going to play Rabbit's Foot.
All right.
I'm going to I'm going to use my Schaffner's catalog book for that so that I can I'm going to investigate 5 versus 3. Although I win, triggering scavenging, and I'm going to put the Schaffner's catalog probably right now back in my hand.
That's good. You also discover a clue, which I got for you, and you get an evidence, of course. So go ahead. And,
yep. So click that up. Thank you. I'm gonna put this over here. So there we go. That'll work. All right. Cool. So I have 1 evidence. I can investigate again, or just play Schaffner's catalog and be ready for next turn.
All right. Yeah. So your last action is play the catalog.
Yeah. You're playing the catalog. Yeah.
All right. Shaheen, go ahead.
I mean, I'm gonna attack the fixer. I have nothing else to do. Let's see. I'm gonna attack.
You can
with
also
Brandon.
test these bidding or not bidding. Covetous competitors.
Yeah, I'll do it after I kill him. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna attack using Brand of Cthulhu.
Right.
And I'm attacking at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, succeed. If you succeed, spend 1 or 2 charges instead of So I spent 2 charges and he's dead.
Nicely done.
Okay, and then I will test Covetous Competitor.
Mm-hmm.
And can I commit Take Heart to this test?
Yeah, go for it.
Unless you're okay. Well,
unless you want to fail and you're testing willpower.
Yeah, I want to fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
if you
totally
want the
fine
money in cards.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with you committing Take Heart to a test that you're 1 under, but I'm not okay with you doing it on a test you're 1 over. Like
you can always investigate too. You don't have to.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it again. How does that sound? I'm gonna test willpower again. Commit another Take Heart.
Oh, we have some money now. We might actually be able to gamble.
Okay, fail. Lose a resource. I hate that.
You fail by 2, right?
Okay. So
So
I
you
just
lose
don't
all the
gain
resources.
I
Yeah.
just don't gain any resources from
But
that one.
you get 2 cards. That's okay.
Okay, which is perfect. So this is perfect. Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
We're doing okay. We're doing okay.
Yeah. At the end of my turn, I have to reveal this and discard a card at random for my hand.
Okay.
Uh,
It's a bit shuffled properly.
okay, I don't care about that at all.
Right.
Okay, and that goes back to my hand.
Yep.
Clear that out. Speaking of
You have to
which,
draw those cards.
I'm going to. Oh well, first up, I get the market. It's a payday and a hidden pocket. I think I'm gonna grab the payday.
Yeah.
It's too good not to.
We need the money.
Might not play it this turn though. You have a catalog, don't you? Do you need that catalog?
Go for it. Take some money.
Okay, I'm gonna first action. I'm going to clear the grotesque hallucination. I will remove Pilfer from the game.
Nice.
I will then join y'all up there. And I'm going to play Grappling Hook using, if I can, previous orders from Pat's catalog.
Yep.
So hopefully next
Absolutely.
turn I can use Grappling Hook to do some shenanigans and then last action or use Fence to payday and get a whole bunch of money.
How did you have 4 actions?
I didn't. Clear the weakness or clear the treachery.
Oh, you were at... Where were you?
I was at private lobby, but they're connected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I didn't notice that.
Connection
Thank you.
Right Upkeep. Oh, that's a fun one.
All right. Cool.
Dumon. Encounter cards.
Yeah, we could probably get the vase. I have 4 resources.
We need 12, which is a lot, but okay. I have a peril card. Yeah, well, I'm going to take the bullet for this one. Reveal top 3 cards of my deck, draw each weakness revealed, and remove each other card from the game.
Wow, that's awful.
Blur, Perception, and Chip Shot. Alright, well, losing one of my XP cards kind of stings, but at least I didn't hit the stealth, so I'm okay with that.
It's not too bad. It could be worse.
Could be worse.
Yeah,
it could be Ancient Evils. I mean, by very definition.
Action, auction security, prey, most resources, hunter, aloof. Force. After the hunter enemy's move step of the enemy phase, if there are no resources on an action lot next to the agenda deck, and auction security is unengaged. Auction security engages an investigator at its location. Right. So he'll engage us if we haven't if we haven't done any bidding.
Yeah, which is tricky because we have to test for that. Yeah.
Right. Oh, stop! Delusional Dreamer. It's annoying. Why are you here?
Yeah. Is it supposed to be in there? Yeah, it's supposed to be in there. Engage with Prey. Prey investigator with modern counter cards in their hand, which is you.
It's me. Yeah.
Take a damage or horror for the counter cards in your hand.
Or 1 horror.
Yeah.
Let's take a damage, I think.
Right. What's this? Oh, that's a lot. Okay.
Let me go first and
get some clues.
Let's see. I don't mind taking a damage and just eating these 2 bidding wars.
Evidence on the
yes.
on the security?
Yes, I do.
So my plan was actually...
Oh my god, thank you, V, for helping me. Yeah, I didn't upkeep.
Oh, you should probably also do that, because that's, you know...
yeah, I'll upkeep. Okay, cool. I got my ally.
So actually, I'm thinking... I don't think Shaheen's gonna have a problem with dealing with the Delusional Dreamer, and I can take care of the auction security. So... Yeah, I'm kind of okay with you just getting clues back. That's kind of what we want you to do.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Just do my thing. Okay. Well, I do kind of want to, like, the auction hall is a free trigger, and I kind of want to just draw another card using Rabbit's Foot. So I'll eat these 2 bidding wars. I don't mind that.
Right.
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping to do them because I have high willpower, but okay.
I don't think I'm going to fail by 2 or more, and I have lucky if it goes... Like, I don't know, it's so early, I feel like this is fine.
Yeah,
you know?
Sure, go ahead. So we're placing
5
resources on this
Well, no, I have to test.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right.
So yeah. So you're
Yeah.
activating the free
So
trigger on
I'll test.
disability. Yeah.
Yep, I'm activating the free trigger on disability. I'm testing willpower 3. I have 2 willpower. I get a tablet. So I take
horror.
2 horror.
No, you
I
take
take
one
one
horror.
horror.
You take one horror because you're preserving one at a time, and
Okay.
you're putting 3 on the auction lot so far, but
Yep.
it might be more.
So that discards this fitting
yeah.
war, and then I have to test the other one as well.
Don't forget to draw a card from Roadspits.
Oh yeah, good call.
Okay. And then I think you're just gonna lucky here because you're gonna lose the money anyway, and you might as well pass.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So that discards the other one.
Yep. And I take a horror from that as well.
No, you don't, because you pass.
Oh, I did pass.
Yeah. Because you're lucky.
Alright, so it stays at 3.
And also you did take the damage from the competitor in case you hadn't done that yet.
Correct. Okay, cool. So that was 0 actions.
Yeah, I think we're all
I'll go ahead and investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. -3. What am I at? Oh no.
5. You fail.
I think I failed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try again.
Let's see. So, well, yeah, I guess I just forgot that I'm not testing super well because of my Hawkeye folding cameras. Stressing me. I'm going to investigate.
Right?
What?
You're still at a base 5. You're still fine.
I am. Yeah, I'll investigate.
There you go. See?
0. I get a scavenging trigger.
Yeah. Let's see what the problem is. She says in jest.
All right, I'm going to pick up. What do I want right now? My options are mag glass and fingerprint kit. I think I take the mag glass right now.
Yeah, you can just commit it for intellect icon if you want.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, also you get the evidence of the security, so your evidence on your camera.
Yes. Yep. Good call.
Get that.
All right, and then I kind of want a tool belt just to get the catalog in the garbage can.
Go for it. I mean, tool belt seems good here anyway, so yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tool belt using my last couple of catalog resources.
Oh, there goes
the
catalog.
I deleted catalog.
Yeah, that's why you don't delete tokens while they're on top of a card. You remove them off the card and then you delete the card. This is the well-spoken rule. I'll get you
literally the case study. I got it. It's okay. I have another one in my deck.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Well, here's a spare copy in case that happened again. Don't let it happen again. No, I'm joking.
Don't let it happen again.
Shaheen, do you want to go first just in case it goes terribly wrong?
Yeah, I'm going to attack the Delusional Dreamer.
Sounds good. I'm assuming you're using the... Although I say that, I think you probably want to move Garrett over here and use Garrett to attack, right?
Oh, well, it's engaged with me.
Moving would take a...
Yeah, so he's dead.
Okay, excellent. You just commit random murder while, you know...
Yeah, and then free action to move Garrett over here.
Alright.
Okay, and then my next action is Grotesque Hallucinations to remove Overpowered.
Alright.
What should I do for my last action?
Resource?
Yeah, let's gain a resource.
I think, honestly, it might just be the best thing we can do right now.
Yeah, because I can pay for half of it already. So.
Okay, well, there's the pickpocketing. I wasn't planning on putting any money in, but I think that might... Yeah, I'm going to grab that. So I'll pay 1 to the market to grab the pickpocketing. These kids still going on the bottom, awkwardly. Okay, I need to do a little bit of math, but I think this should work out in my favor. Do any of you have agility icon commits? This is important.
I have a shortcut.
Okay. I have Safeguard and Sweeping Kick.
Safeguard is probably legit.
Exactly, yeah.
Good commits. How about, Pat, can I get some of that evidence of yours? I think that's probably...
Yeah.
Okay, so
absolutely.
I'm gonna do this. I'm going to activate the grappling hook. So this costs 2 actions, but it counts as a single activate action for the purposes of payday. However, I then get to take 3 basic actions, which all do count as taking action. So at the end of this, I'm going to have taken 4 actions. Then I will...
Nice.
Yeah. So the
Okay,
first action I'm
very
going to do is an
cool.
investigate, and I would like to get the evidence on this one.
Yep.
So
You got
this
it.
is a difficulty 1 investigate, and I get to investigate using agility because of my grappling hook. And
And you're gonna Gregory
I'm gonna
Gry,
Gregory
yeah.
here for, I think, 2 resources, correct?
Do you want to commit too?
If it's a
I can toss
shortcut,
away this
I
pocket.
don't want it, but...
Oh, wait, agility.
It's an
It has to be
agility.
agility.
Has to be agility.
Oh,
Correct.
never mind.
That's
Sorry.
why
Yeah,
I
yeah.
talked about agility a second ago. Yeah, so I'll do 2 for Gregory. -1, excellent. So I gain those 2 resources. My next action is going to be an engage. Hello, buddy.
You got a clue for that, right?
Oh yeah, I also got. Who cares about clues?
Yeah. And then evade, I assume.
I'm then going to evade. How daring am I here? I'm kind of daring, right? Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna commit watch this with 3 resources on it, and
Love
Gregory
it.
Guy for 2 resources. So I'm testing at 6.
I love it.
Versus 2, and have the potential to completely get ruined here. I did not get completely ruined.
Yes.
I gain not 5, 8 resources, or I go up to 8 resources here.
Yep.
Unfortunately, don't get pickpocketing value here, but we
We can pay for the vase though.
This is evaded. Well, if we
Yeah,
want
if
to do
we
that,
want, we can.
okay. And if we're gonna do that, I should probably make sure that we can actually like not activate the ability without getting punched in the mouth by her.
Yeah, we need to kill this woman somehow.
I can.
This
You don't have to,
ugh.
does any of you have a willpower commit?
No, I have
No.
Safeguard has willpower on it.
All right, I'll just.
Shortcut.
I'll try last action. It's a difficulty 2 test. I'm at 3 willpower. I'll just give it a shot.
Wait, aren't you gonna payday? Aren't you gonna use
I am.
Oh, that's right, because it has fast.
This is -2, so that fails.
-2.
Well, it doesn't have fast. Payday isn't fast, but if you play fast,
but you can give
then
it fast.
becomes fast. So I have taken 5 actions this turn, so I'll gain 5 resources.
Okay, we can pay for the vase.
All right. Yeah, but we can't activate it without getting punched in the face yet. But we're not about to doom out, so I think we're okay waiting.
We can kill her. It'll be fine.
All right, doom on, or sorry, upkeep first.
Yep.
Whoops.
Upkeep.
Like
Yes.
15 steps. Oh, hold on. Before we do that, there are resources on the thing, so the forced ability on this doesn't trigger. That's fine. Like wondering.
I'll get rid of him. It's fine.
Yeah, okay, that's a useless card. All right, so 2 doom out of 3. There's another security card over here. Do you want evidence on this, Pat?
Yes.
All right.
I am so grateful for you reminding me of my own ability, Veronica. I would forget every time, around every corner. Revelation, test agility 3. If you fail, the nearest conspirator enemy moves directly to your location and makes an immediate attack against you.
There aren't any.
If there are no conspirator enemies in play, search the investigator deck and discard pile for 1 and spawn it engaged with you. If there is a countermeasure trajectory in play that matches your class, you cannot commit cards to this test. So this is going to pull out a conspirator if I fail this test.
Yeah.
I'm like low-key here for it, and I want the rabbit foot.
I was gonna commit to you, but I assume
you can commit if you want, but I'm testing at 3 versus 3, you know? And I don't anticipate. I'm not going to.
I mean, you could be testing a 3 against 1, but oh great, no, it's fine. The reason why I'm saying is I could nimble into the display room and then discard my Leo the Lookout to spend the entire turn testing against difficulty 0.
This may be good because it is a victory.
Yeah, well, actually,
let's do that.
No, it's not actually good because I can't actually investigate with agility, so I'd be testing 2 versus 0. Which isn't the worst, but it means that I really wanted to do that with my Thieves Kit, but it's currently, I believe, the bottom of the deck. Yeah.
No, I see what you mean. Yeah, if you had Thieves Kit out, it'd be the play, but
yeah, I think I'm fine doing it like this. I think we're just gonna slow and steady wins the Wraith here.
Okay, I'm going to biff this test because I want to see these conspirator enemies. Honestly,
we've seen one already. They weren't too bad.
-1.
So you I
lose a resource.
Yeah, it's a nasty little
Rude.
token.
Okay, so search for a conspirator enemy.
And you get another bidding war.
Oh, these aren't that bad. Oh, I thought these were the countermeasure cards.
Yeah. Okay, we got another bidding war.
Yeah. I think we're going to be killing some of these
All right,
people.
do we want... Let's see.
Do we want? No, we don't. But, you know, we don't really get a choice. Do you draw it? No, it's spawn engage with you. And I believe it has the important text, clues cannot be discovered from Spook's location. So
Right. So someone needs to take care of this before I can do my thing.
Okay,
if only we had somebody, you know, that
I
good.
thought it has aloof.
Yeah, but it spawns engage with you per the around.
Yeah,
code.
it
Oh, okay,
spawns
well,
engaged.
I'll kill it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually not that bad because
We can
of
just
that.
ignore these security, right?
Yeah, they're
And
fine.
now
Okay.
that we have a winning auction, we do need to remember that one of us needs to bid on the auction.
Yeah, we just need to kill the covetous competitor first.
We're not killing her. We're just scaring her away or negotiating.
I mean, I know
menacing
what
her.
you
We're
all are
menacing her.
doing, but I know what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, menacing, taking care of. Wink, wink.
We're
nod,
solving the
nod.
problem. Yeah. Pat or
Exactly.
Shaheen, if you could kill this spook, that would be
Okay,
nice.
I'm gonna exhaust Garrett and fight.
Stick the bird on him.
Yeah, exactly.
-1, that's good.
Nice.
It's dead. Yeah. I was free. Should I try testing the covetous competitor?
If you have any kinds of commits, yes. If you don't, you shouldn't. You should draw cards instead.
You know what? I should play leather coat.
That also works, but you know, none of the things I just said, but that works.
Yeah. Let's draw cards, I think. I mean, I could commit a stunning blow.
I'm drawing a card off of the rabbit's foot thing that I failed.
That does not seem good.
No, you
for
don't want to
covetous competitor.
No, you want to draw another card. You can.
But how do we?
How do you want? Well, the worst case here is that we have to take 1 damage because I believe it's any number of resources for 1 free trigger. So we can just put the right number of on there.
Okay, I drew a guts. Does that help us?
Yes. Well, you either use it or you give it to me when I go to do it because I
can give it to you.
Yeah,
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
So I'll draw another card.
Yeah,
I
sure,
think.
sounds good. Your deck's a little like draw light, I think. But
there you go.
All right, I'll go next then because Pat, I'm leaving the last clue here for you, but I want to pick up one of these clues.
Thank you.
So I'm going to first of all I'm going to try to parlay with the woman because first off I'm going to show the market deck. It's a sour mash which actually worked. We can feed her booze. Do we want to do that?
Drug her. Yeah,
that is hilarious. I love this.
How many resources do we need to win this lot? We need 12 resources, right?
I have 6 and you have 14.
I have 14.
So
I think
we have enough.
I can afford to invest in some booze. I think it's just too funny not to after we realize that's what's happening.
Oh, this is so good.
All right.
That is so good.
I'm not doing it right now. Actually, nah, heck with it. We're doing it. Do you have a catalog? You do not. Okay, we're just playing.
I do not.
Putting the sour mash into play fast. Okay, so I'm gonna parlay. I'm gonna feed this woman some booze. It's. I asked her if she wants it. I'm not just feeding her random drinks. This is not a creepy weird thing. I'm just.
And I'm gonna use guts.
We're gonna share a nice little drink, and we're gonna talk about, ma'am, what you're doing right now isn't okay. You can't just punch me in the face because I'm bidding more than you. That's not allowed. All right.
Yeah. You're having a very security consultant talk with her.
Yes. Which giving her booze in the middle of the probation area definitely.
Hey, she already has a drink. Oh no, that's not a drink. That's just the.
I just wanted to clarify that like we're not doing some weird druggy thing here, okay? So I'm testing against difficulty 2, and
we're just having a nice chat about her art.
That's 7, and I'll commit 2 resources from Gregory here. Should have committed 3. All right, so you get the draw card. I get 2 resources back, and then we're doing the grappling hook thing. Before I do that, by the way, I'm gonna drop in this pickpocketing.
Yeah,
and so
she's gone, right?
Yeah, that's gone. I'm gonna investigate.
Cool.
Wait, I thought this had 4 on it. It doesn't.
Okay, I get my
no
evidence.
Don't you
wait, no,
you get evidence if you get the clue. Right? Yeah, I'm going to engage this security, and I'm going to attempt to evade them. And I'm going to commit this nimble. And I'm going to put money in. Excellent. I gain 2 resources. I evade. I draw a card of this pickpocketing. That's always been in my deck forever. And I'm going to move to the other hallway over here. All right, Pat, I believe it's up to you now.
Yep.
We need to bid on
Um,
this though, right?
yeah, we do want to bid on this. I'm going to investigate real quick. So
Mhm.
I'm at 5 versus 3. Skull.
-2.
So -2. So I succeed. I'll pick up this clue, which gets me my evidence. And evidence on everything because it takes up both of my cameras.
Do you mind if I just use this? Because I think they're pretty notable.
That works.
So you now
Yeah,
have,
when it's like up to 3, it's pretty
yeah,
fine.
you have 4 willpower
Um,
now, which is pretty nice.
It is. Makes me a lot more resistant. So, I have a captivating discovery in hand. I'm thinking of going to Smoking Lounge, dropping a clue there, and like Hawkeye folding camera being it.
I think we want to make
Or
sure.
wait, sorry, hold on. How about I crack the case first?
That sounds good too. So you gain 3
Yeah.
resources.
Yep.
I do think you should get the. Actually, let me check. Is it printed? No, it's not printed. Strike value. All right. You should.
Right.
Because you're gonna hit the bidding war. You should do that first and just like name one resource because you can activate this any number of times. So I think you just bid one, and then if you overbid, basically it doesn't matter, and then you can keep overbidding until we hit 12 on this because we're gonna try to win this.
Yeah, we have to hit 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll bid.
Yeah. Which is a willpower
Wait.
test.
So, yeah, willpower test. So I'm testing willpower 4.
Willpower 3. Yeah. Okay. You fail by 1. So you're putting
Okay.
3 resources on here, but that's fine because we're kind of planning on doing it anyway. Bidding war goes away, and now you just activate it again, going up
Reactivate
to
it 6 more times.
12 resources. All right. And
Cool.
then you have 2 actions left. So you want to go to the smoking lounge?
I have 2 actions. So I can go to the Smoking Lounge, drop a clue. I still have shortcut, so I don't think I'm going to use shortcut yet. I'm just going to, move, and I'm going to Captivating Discovery.
So remind the people what that does.
So Captivating Discovery is one of the new Scarlet Keys cards. It's really good for Daryl. It lets you search the top 6 cards of your deck and then drop a clue to draw 2 of them. So this will allow me to drop one of my clues on Smoking Lounge and then pick it up again next turn, hopefully getting a scavenging trigger and being able to trigger Hawkeye folding camera again.
Because importantly, Hawkeye folding camera is once per location per game.
Yeah,
so
which locations did you get that off of?
I know
I've only gotten it off of the private. Only gotten it off of the private lobby.
Yeah, and one of them you had put evidence on it.
One of them I had an extra evidence because of Daryl's Elder Sign effect.
Yeah.
So I'll draw 6 cards and choose, and I can maybe choose 2 of them. I do have 2 weaknesses in here, which is like a thing.
How do you have 2
I definitely
in there.
I have reckless and a random basic weakness that should not be in there.
Yeah, so
good call.
Draw an extra card. I was like,
okay, I'll draw an extra card.
Fairly certain we've seen your other weakness, so there should only be 1 weakness.
Okay, here we go. Here's the compression.
Okay.
I'm dropping a clue to pick up these 2.
Any more?
Deduction and ice pick. There's also a.
I think you grabbed the resourceful because there's a scavenging in your discard pile, so you want that.
Yeah. And a Schaffner's catalog. Yeah. So I pick up everything except for the backpack and my random basic weakness, which is reckless.
Yep. Okay, so you're dropping 2 clues. You still have an action left, right?
No, I spent an action because I
move.
can draw
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I gotcha. All right, so we go to enemy phase. These 2 don't do any. Actually, well, they prey on the person with the most resources, but which is me. So they actually move over here. They're checking. They're sticking with the security consultant, which makes sense.
That's so thematic.
Yeah. They either trust me or they really don't trust me, and
Yeah, they don't like my pet, so they leave.
All right, upkeep. I guess one of them was exhausted, so that one's not hunting.
Yeah.
So we do on. When that happens, we have to do this. If there are 12 or more resources on the cards, the investigators win the auction. Investigators group must pay resources equal to the amount of resources on this card. If you cannot remove a game, otherwise, remove all resources from this card and choose an investigator to take control of it. So we need to pay 12.
I would like to keep at least 4 of mine.
Okay, so you can pay 3.
Yes.
Pat, how many are you paying?
I can pay up. I would. Let's see. What do I want to play out? I'd like to keep all my money if I can, please.
Well, that's rather rude, but okay, I'll pay 9.
How much does that put you down to? I have a Schaffner's catalog, which
I will take
is
this because I feel like I've earned it.
Hey, I paid.
I hear both
I
of you
paid
talking
3
about
of mine,
why don't we
Veronica.
just win the auction?
I
I'm
was
like,
selfish.
and when it comes down to it, no, the rogue's gotta pay. I get it. No, I get it. All right, so I've got the vase now. And I drop pickpocketing. All right.
Look at that ceremonial weapon.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, right. There's a
That
new.
one's cheap.
There's a new one. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. There's very few resources on that one, so we can.
Yeah, we can buy that for Pat since he's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Rude.
I like that. The cheap
Rude.
auction.
Rude. Okay. Pat, what's
I'm
your
a
encounter card?
photographer. Give me a break. I
Yeah.
don't make the big bucks like
That's
Miss
fair.
Security Consultant here. Miss Security Consultant.
Yeah.
I'm from Mongolia. I don't make money either, I assume.
You're a survivor, so that
During this
tracks.
time.
Yeah. Oh, also, Pat, do you wanna trigger pickpocket or do you wanna keep evidence around for something else? Because you're not at this location, so I feel like you probably wanna go somewhere else.
Did you just draw it?
Yeah, I just drew the pickpocket.
Yeah, I'm going to put evidence on
Are you
it
sure?
because
Are you
I'm.
sure? We've seen a lot of encounter cards that like go into the central area, so I feel like you can save that one and probably trigger it from your own location, which feels like a lot less effort.
Fine. You're right.
Yeah, of course I'm right. See?
Counter. Okay. Put counter effort into play next to the agenda deck after a survivor fails a test. That investigator loses an action. Action. Place 2 cards from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck. Place 1 resource on counter effort from the token bank. Only survivor investigators may take this action if there are a number of resources on counter effort equal to the number of survivor investigators in the game. Discard counter effort.
Neat. Try not to fail tests, I guess. I guess it's kind of hilarious that this is a survivor card that cares about you not failing tests, and neither of you are really filled by investigators. All right. Anyway, that's Surges, so go ahead and draw another counter card.
Yep.
And of course, the other one.
When you would gain
you
resources
No!
outside of the upkeep phase.
That okay.
All right.
Action.
You have to spend 3 resources. All right. I'll get you this time, Veronica. Oh, well, maybe. I don't know.
It's
Actually.
Surges, so draw another counter card.
Ah!
It's another competitor. All right.
Lady!
She's back from her booze.
Competitor!
She's back from her booze. We know how it is. You give
Damn it, man.
Yeah, well, don't worry. Shaheen, go ahead and draw your encounter card. Oh, well.
I remove the top. Wait. Yeah, I remove the top 3 from the game.
I think we can honestly afford Doom right now.
Pat, it's a peril card.
Yeah, it's a peril, Bluehg. It's peril. I have a lot of what I need in my hand right now, so I'm not worried about it. That's fine. I already have a LeBronc in my hand.
Oh, okay, you're using a LeBronc later.
Yeah.
Well, I've suddenly gotten a much more difficult turn. It was supposed to be very easy, and then everything kept happening all at once. However, I guess I don't have to do much with the display room right now. So kind of want to defeat this pickpocketing before I go any further. Is that okay?
Can I go first so that I want to end up at the display room in case you do start investigating?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to investigate here.
Mm-hmm.
So on testing at 5 versus 3, I'm going to commit deduction and resourceful to put me at +4. Investigate.
Nice.
0, succeed by 4, pick up 2 clues. Everything happens. All right, so I get 2 evidence. 1 on each Hawkeye folding camera. I get my Daryl's Kodak thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Scavenging triggers, so I'm going to pull back a. I want to pull back fingerprint kit before the deck reshuffle, and then Resourceful also triggered. So I don't have very. Oh, I'm going to pull back the other scavenger.
Yeah, I was
is what
like,
I'm
there,
gonna
there was
do.
another scavenging in there, right? That's
All right, cool. So that I cleared the location. That was one action. I'm going to
You just want to run over?
move. Do you want me to pick up 2 clues there? I can.
I genuinely don't care. I'm currently in the position.
Or would you rather me put out a Schaffner's catalog?
Catalog sounds good because I might want to play Skip pretty soon.
Okay. So I'll shortcut over since I'm about to reshuffle.
Yeah, so you're playing everything
So
in
I
your hand
want
you
both
can.
of those. Yeah. And then I'll play Schaffner's catalog so that I am contributing again.
Oh, wait, is Smoking Lounge done?
Yeah.
Yeah, you took everything, right? Okay.
Let me just do that so that the tokens respawn.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go next then. Trying to remember what order I wanted to do things because there's a couple of things that I wanted to do. Right. So first up, the markets. Oh, sorry, my game glitched real quick. Interesting. So haven't I take that, which is kind of tempting here. So I need 3 resources. Right, that's the other thing. I needed 3 resources to clear the counter effort, or the counter play rather. And
how much money do we need for this?
We need 6 or 5 resources, but
that's fine.
The problem is that we need to put a resource on this turn because otherwise the security is gonna start bearing down on us.
I mean, I can just do it right now.
How about I just did the auction hall while I was skating by there?
Competitor in play, and I kind of was planning on clearing her before.
Okay. Then you do you. That's fine.
Yeah,
if you plan to go there,
I'll spend a resource to get the. I'll take that. I think my plan right now is to let Miss Pickpocket steal a little bit of money, and then we can get it back later.
Okay.
I'm going to. First action is try to talk to the covetous competitor. It's a difficulty 2 test. I'm at 3. I'm at 5.
Okay, so you don't need the camera.
No, we're fine. If I don't pass this, then I might need it, but I think we're okay for now. There is 1 card left in the counter deck, or in the auction deck, so this is a -3, which I believe passes. So let's go with this competitor. And then, do I just double action? Yeah, I think that's probably the best use of my time.
Grappling hook.
Yeah, double action on the grappling hook. I'm going to investigate. That's a fail. Going to engage the pickpockets and evade her. Yeah, so I have this card in hand for the people watching on YouTube. I think I choose not to use it now, and I want to use it next turn. So one of the things that I was thinking is trying to set this up to be kind of a bigger play, but I think it's just kind of tricky to do that right now. So why don't I commit this elusive, and that's it for commits. Fortunately, I draw a -3, which means that I do pass, but I lose the Lost Gregory buck. That's in the chat for your boy Gregory.
No.
All right.
Pour one out.
It's still good. It's still good. All right. Shaheen, I think you're the only one who hasn't gone yet.
What would you like me to do?
If you can clear the counter efforts, I think that's pretty important. And obviously put some money on the auction lot.
Oh, wow. Yep. These aren't even bad at all.
I mean,
the heck?
Maybe you say that. Mine is pretty awful.
Discard it. So it's just putting cards from my discard on the bottom of my deck.
Oh my god.
I just realized.
I had not read that. I thought that was from your hand. That would have been amazing.
That's like not even bad. Do you want me to put one thing on the auction lot just so we don't get hit?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. We'll put one on that. It's free. And then, do we need to get rid of these?
You want to get rid of the rogue one for sure.
Well, you can't. But the problem is he can't do the rogue one, and I can't do the rogue one. And I think you do because I think if you lose an action from the death failure, that's bad.
It's like use it once, but leave an action for me because I want to put things on the bottom of my deck before I reshuffle.
Okay, so I will take one of those actions to put 2 of these, and I can choose any of them, right?
Yeah.
Gee. Okay, let's put like a take heart and as one.
All right.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next action, I'm gonna play a safeguard.
All right. Keep in mind you
And
need
then
to
I'm gonna
keep
play
some amount of money, right?
I'm gonna play LeBlanc.
Okay, and you're gonna get a resource back.
And then get one back.
All right.
And then I have a Garrett action.
Just leave him there. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. I'm done.
Upkeep.
No, I need to go.
No, you already went.
Don't I?
You already went.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, good call. Good
I'm
call.
not crazy, right?
Ugh.
Am I crazy?
She takes
Empirical
money, right?
hypothesis!
No, she
I got
doesn't
it.
because I evaded her.
He wasn't ready.
Yeah. Also, for the people who noticed me putting a resource back on Gregory, the reason I did that is I forgot that the counterplay was in play. I would obviously not use Gregory's ability while this is in play. And my upkeep resource, unfortunately, isn't affected. Oh, that's a nice card to see here. All right, Doom on. Encounter cards. Also, we do want to clear these things because all of the bad guys that we've seen interact with those, so we don't want to leave those around. Like, for example...
You are right. You're right.
If there's a countermeasure treachery in play that matches the class of an investigator its location, it gets +1 fight on alerts. So, we want to deal with this shit.
Case in point.
Yeah.
Delusional Dreamer. Most encounter cards in hand. Spawns engaged with prey. There's no one.
Anybody. So you can pick which...
So, yeah.
I believe you can pick literally anybody. I think you just give it to Shaheen.
Yeah,
give it to me, and correct. Then LeBlanc takes the damage.
No, because you don't have any encounter cards in hand, so it...
Oh, never mind.
Hold on. Which, I'm going to put in evidence on Fixer. Sorry.
Yep, no worries.
Wait. Yeah, because you're at my location.
Yeah, you're gonna...
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And then Shaheen, encounter card.
Okay. Abyssal Visions, reveal an additional token, cancel the token with the highest modifier. Wait, what? At the end of the round, discard it.
I assume
it's an opposite grotesque statue.
I assume it's
you
supposed
draw
to be
2 and choose the worst.
With the modifier that is the most, like in this case, because all the modifiers are negative. I assume
you mean like least negative?
Yeah, the least negative modifier, aka the highest modifier.
It makes more sense to me. That's why I was like, wait, what? Like I don't.
Wording there, but I think we understand what.
Yeah, least negative makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
But you're gonna want to clear this out, aren't you?
The location?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, why don't you go first in that case?
Let's see. I'm going to play Empirical Hypothesis.
Heck yeah. So it doesn't trigger until the start of the next round, right?
Right.
Yeah, at the start of the round, yeah.
All right. I'm going to discard Fingerprint Kit to reduce the Shroud by 4.
Right, yeah, using the ability on the display room. So now this display room has 2 Shroud for the rest of the rounds. Or for the rest of the
sorry. Last turn, I meant to do this. During enemy phase, I tool belted away a Hawkeye folding camera. I don't know what happened to the other evidence.
It's on there. It's
whatever.
It's a stack.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I got it. Okay, thank you.
I'll go mess with it while you take your skill test.
Okay. So I'm going to fast play an ice pick using a Sharpener's Catalog book. And I'm going to investigate using lockpick or ice pick. So I am at 5, 6, 7 versus 2. Yeah.
Because I should stop messing with these if you're gonna be
-1. So I'm going to discard ice pick to grab
an extra clue.
Or to get an extra clue. And then I'm going to investigate again.
Before you do that, you get evidence from the...
Yeah, I do get an evidence, which I'm going to immediately spend.
I don't think it's necessary.
No, I actually don't. Yeah. It's at 2, and I'm at...
I think because you...
6?
Pat, before you're going to...
Yeah, I can... So I'm going to... tool belt the thing back out. Okay. And then I'm going to investigate with a natural 7 versus 2. 1 -2, so I succeed by 2. I'm going to scavenging back that ice pick. Going to get evidence on both of the cameras and pick up that last clue.
Heck yeah. All right. We have the requisite number of clues to advance now, but we have to all be in the auction hall to do that. So I suggest we kind of slowly make our way there.
Yep.
I entered the auction hall and I never left.
Yeah.
I did forget to trigger the action on the counter effort. My bad.
It's fine.
I still want to do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go next if that's okay. I'm gonna trigger the market. There should be a. It's good there. There we go. All right. I'm gonna grab that. Spending one resource. There's a bit of an
fixer.
Yeah, I've got some problems that need fixing.
Can't you just like grappling hook?
I can do lots of things, Shaheen. Do you want to find out? Do you really want to?
You can do lots of things with that grappling hook. Yeah, it's like really, really, really strong.
I think the thing is that I don't start using the grappling hook. I start just evading the fixer. 5 against 2. 6 against 2. And I think I don't know. Let's wait with that. Let's just do 6 against 2. -2. I succeed by 2, so I get an extra action.
Okay.
I evade. And you know what? I'm going to do this now because it seems like a waste not to. I'm going to play I'll Take That. Fast. Play when you successfully evade a humanoid enemy. This guy is... Wait, I didn't actually check. This guy's humanoid, right? Yeah, okay. He's humanoid.
Yeah. They're all humanoid.
I successfully investigate. Play an item method from your hand, reducing its cost by X, where X is the amount you succeeded by. I'll play the Steve's Kit, and I'll reduce the cost by 1 more with Fence. I guess, wait, no.
For free?
It wouldn't actually... Yep. It wouldn't actually reduce the cost by 1 more because it's actually still... It would gain fast, but that doesn't do anything here. Oh, right, this doesn't have that one slotted in. So I'll pay 1 for it. I guess in that case I could wait with it, but nah, let's just enjoy what we got.
Yeah, it didn't have fast, so you don't get the bonus.
Aww.
Anyway, I get a nicely fully loaded Thieves Kit, which is double illicit, and I'll also trigger pickpocketing to draw a card. I'm going to free trigger engage the...
There's a lot of enemies over there.
Yeah, but, well, there are now. By the time I'm done with them, there's not going to be. I'm going to engage, or I'm going to double action now the grappling hook. Engage the pickpocketing, or the pickpocket.
Good.
I'm going to move over here. Hi, I'm bringing enemies for you to punch if you want to. And
Hello.
then evade her. Keep in mind that this move does not provoke attacks opportunity because it's used making the grappling hook.
Oh.
That's a fail? Question mark. Right? Yeah. I need some agility boost in this deck. So I could just break the bottle over this woman's head and tell her to scram, but I kind of feel like Shaheen's gonna have this covered anyway, and I want this fixer to be gone because he's got a lot of trouble. So last action, I'm gonna evade him again, activate my reaction ability in Kamani. So now testing at 7. And I'll commit this calculated risk because I believe this is my 6th action this turn. So this is adding 6 wild icons.
Crazy. Calculated risk is so good.
And that one's gone.
And like, I love the art on it too.
Yeah, it's very good. I don't play enough Go to know if it's actually like a risky move that's being made, but I just love the art. Shaheen, you're up.
Do you want me to just hit the pickpocket?
I would like you to engage... Well, first of all, I'd like you to kill the Delusional Dreamer first, and I would also like you to engage it before you attack, because you have this abyssal vision in your threat area.
Oh, you're right. I will attack the Delusional Dreamer using Garrett.
Okay.
So I will attack. Okay, -2.
So that still hits. Dreamer
dead.
Dreamer dead.
Dreamer is dead, and then that was a Garrett action, so I will engage. And then attack.
Both are -3s.
Okay, -3. Succeed, she's dead.
Yeah.
Okay, then... Okay, you told me not to get rid of the Survivor one. I guess, let me gain a resource.
Yeah, it seems good, because we do have to potentially win this.
I just want to, like, shore it up, and then at the end of the round. Okay, discard Abyssal Visions.
So, upkeep?
Yep.
That's good.
Okay.
Oh, that's a fun card that would have been way more fun way earlier in the game. Dumon, encounter cards. It's a spook. Location with the most clues without another spook with victory X if possible. There are no clues anywhere. So it's going to spawn at... it's going to spawn with us because I don't feel like having it spawn on bad. Loses loop, gains hunter, and gets +1 fight. Here, this is your problem now.
I'm going to put an evidence on him.
Sure. I mean, we don't have any clues to discover, but you might have shenanigans.
Yeah. Around the corner.
Also, we do have enough clues to advance, so maybe we advance.
Yeah. I definitely I want to go first so that I can get there and advance, you know. Around every corner, test agility 3. What is my agility? 3?
Yeah.
What can I do?
There's a countermeasure.
Yeah, you can't commit cards to this.
You cannot commit cards.
Yeah, but I could Kodak.
Or well, use your
even better.
Yeah, I'll Kodak.
Okay, so you're testing difficulty 1 now.
I don't want to deal with more shit than we have to.
Also, if you fail this test, which you do actually, you lose an action. So
minus
3.
Wait, -1. I do lose an action. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, and you spawn
I get a card though.
Yeah, you spawn a conspirator. Pat, you there?
Yes, sorry, I reveal a conspirator. Sorry, I drew a card. I drew a real card. Conspirator. There's no conspirators in the encounter deck.
Oh, actually,
I can do it from the...
Yeah. We also forgot a trigger on the hypothesis, but there's a lot going on, so we'll just do that after...
It's when at the start of the round.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 3 Shroud because obviously I'm entering the auction hall.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was always my plan.
Okay.
So, should I get another spook out?
Well, it's once against with you. It's once against with you, so you probably want to grab whatever's the lowest health. Yeah. Because we can send the bird that way to free you up. I think Shaheen's actually going to go first and send the bird.
Well, I need to still do encounter card.
Yeah, you're going to draw an encounter card now.
Oh.
Game. If it's agenda 2, it is not.
Right, this thing.
Okay.
Right, so we're just gonna have to gamble a bit more on the auction. That's fine. Shaheen, why don't you go first?
Can I? Oh wait, can you deal with this actionlessly? I can deal with the spook with 1 action, and it'll also deal with my weakness, which would be really nice.
Kill your spook?
No,
because I can kill everything.
Oh, can you kill everything?
Yeah.
Are you going to end? Yeah, so long as you're at the auction hall, I'm fine with that.
I don't need to move from the auction hall.
No, because you can.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, let me go first. So I'm gonna play a improvised weapon for my discard pile.
Are you gonna move the bird to that first, or?
I'm attacking my spook first.
Oh.
Which I have to do.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. It does still provoke opportunity. Yeah, gotcha.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm attacking, and that's good enough. Okay, it's dead. This.
Did you keep in mind the +1 fight?
It's dead.
Yeah.
It was a -2. It's dead. It doesn't matter what I had. It's dead.
Just make sure.
Yeah. Next action is I'm going to move Garrett to this location. And then I'm going to attack with Garrett.
And then the bird.
Send in the birds. Do I need to commit anything to this test? No, I don't think so. I'm attacking at 6 against... What does this have?
4.
There are no clues. 6 against 4. Should I do something better than that?
I mean,
but instead of using the ability, why don't we just use... Actually, let's use Stunning Blow on it, just in case.
Well, Stunning Blow seems bad because it's going to do 2 damage anyway. Do you have the Sweeping Kick?
I do.
Probably just play that now and
yeah, let's just sweep it.
That's another adding your agility.
We still have enough money, right? Okay.
Yeah, we're fine on money. I also have a turn ahead of me, so.
Okay, it's dead.
Nicely done.
Cool.
It's also evaded, but it's also just dead.
It's dead. It's mega dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You have one action. Oh, Shaheen has one action left. You just want to grab a resource.
Oh yeah, let's grab a resource.
All right. But go ahead.
Alright. First action. Oh wait, I'm going to kill this countermeasure
Yeah,
or
that
counter effort.
seems good to start with.
Yeah. So I'm going to put 2 cards at the bottom of my deck. I'm thinking
Getting hungry. I haven't had dinner yet.
deduction and do 2 deductions, honestly.
Yeah, sounds good.
This card is
Or no, a
actually really
deduction and a
helpful.
yeah, deduction and shortcut maybe.
I wouldn't go with
No,
shortcut. We
deduction
haven't
is
seen a lot of movement requirements. So I think I was actually thinking correct the case earlier because money.
let's do a crack the case and a deduction.
Because we have to
Okay.
assume that there's like a.
We can also do the private access, which we probably should before
Oh,
this.
no. I definitely want to. That's going to be my next thing.
Pat was about to move in, and then we can advance. We can't advance until Pat's here. So yeah.
That's true.
I'll
Okay,
move
I'm
for
gonna
my second
exhaust
action.
card and move Garrett.
That doesn't work because that's not how that
Oh.
works, right? You can only safeguard if you're the one moving.
That's I wanted it to work.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Garrett is not your investigator, so you can only safeguard if you were gonna.
Darn.
Before we flip this
That's
act,
fine.
can I try to get, or actually,
Let's put one resource on just to get rid of the keeping tabs.
yeah,
I mean, anyone can trigger it. Let's just trigger it.
Okay.
cool.
Can we advance now?
Can I investigate real quick?
Oh yeah, it's from your
But
location.
can't we just can we advance first so that we see what's
Yeah, we
going
need
on
to
before
advance to
you
figure out
worry
what's
about your
going
weakness?
Okay, let's go ahead and advance. All right, fine.
Okay, someone else's problem. As you mingle with the other socialites and criminals, it quickly becomes apparent that the auction has a lot going on beneath the surface. Mixed into the crowd are several dark figures that keep trying to corner and eliminate you, and you're not even sure if they're with the Obanians or not. However, between the action, you're able to observe yet another out-of-place figure. Tips from other patrons help you identify a member of the Sheldon gang, one of the Obanians' rivals, casing the action house. You pass this tip to the Obanian sentries, who advance to the crowd, leaving you free access to the back rooms. Duty is one thing, but bad blood is another. Reveal the service corridor and put the set-aside storage vault location into play. The service corridor is a 4-shroud, 0-clue location, action house traded. With the forced at the end of the round, each investigator the service corridor with a hidden card in their hands takes 1 horror. Is this connected to another location? No. Well, it might be. And then the storage vault. A ramp leads down to an enormous cellar, which once was used for storage of gallery paintings. Some paintings remain, but no new Obanians, only stolen or forged ones. All right. If the storage vault.
Do we want to? Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
If the store, you've got to make the most of your time before the Obanians tighten their security once more. If the stolen artifacts are anywhere at the premises, then there's only one place to look. Objective: if the storage vault is revealed and there's no clues on it, it's advanced.
Okay.
You can go ahead and investigate now, Pat. Let's do that first and get rid of your weakness.
Yeah. I'll investigate. I'm going to. Let's see. What am I at? I'm at 7 versus 3. I'll commit this and be 6 versus 3.
It doesn't actually reduce your skill value. You're still 7 versus 3.
Yeah.
What? Oh, I've been playing with Winnie recently,
Yeah, she
and
has
so
why.
with arrogance.
All right,
that's cool. I actually trigger scavenging, which is hilarious.
All right.
So I'll grab back that fingerprint kit.
I think the question you were gonna ask is, do we want to trigger the or we want to win this auction? I think we do.
We do. It's really cheap. I think we should just try to get as many of these
the
as
thing
we
is,
can.
if you're gonna do that, then you're the ones paying for it because I'm not. I'm
oh yeah, I'm using my money.
Right.
I'm gonna use all 3.
Yeah, but you only have.
I'm going to use all 2.
Yeah, right. Like you don't have like. Nice of you to say that, but also you don't have enough money to actually do it. I'm gonna.
Do we not?
Well, you do. You have exactly enough, but like make sure that you actually know that. I'm gonna spend my money to get rid of this counterplay. And then I think I'm on theme to boldly go where no one has gone before. Yeah, I'm just gonna move in. And I think it's moving in last action into an unrevealed location where you have no idea what it's gonna do. A terrible idea. Yeah, let's do it anyway.
It's fine.
It's revealed.
Non-Euclidean.
okay,
Use
that one.
Euclidean.
one resource or discard a card from your hand at random.
That's when you leave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you discover any amount of clues from storage vault and did not succeed by investigating one or more.
Oh
move to the
wow!
next
It kicks
location.
you out.
Yeah. Despite the stillness of the storage room, your eyes tell you something's moving, or is it you that's moving? And it's 2 victory
Oh.
points. All right. Well, we're definitely gonna want to clear that out. Let's go to upkeep.
Oh, this triggers, right?
Well, we
Auction.
go Doom on, then indeed we have to win the auction. So who's spending money?
I can spend 4 of mine.
All right.
I'll spend 1.
Pat spends 1, and I guess Shaheen gets the sword because, like, fair star. You paid for it.
Yeah. All right, so we got to reveal the last one.
Yeah. What is it?
Medieval tapestry.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like we got some very expensive ones up front, but
Yeah, I'm gonna exhaust LeBlanc and gain a resource.
sounds good. What is this?
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Let me.
Are you digesting still?
Yeah. No, you can do it. I'm
Oh
just
wait,
making sure that people who are watching on YouTube get to see and read the entire card without me reading it aloud. That's very interesting. All right. Pat, go ahead.
wait, Brock, I could have moved with you.
Oh yeah. If you want to safeguard with me, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
stick with you. There's no reason not to. I
Mhm.
forgot.
So I got another keeping tabs.
That seems fine. We probably want to
so,
win this one as
yeah.
well. So yeah. Hilariously, we're gonna try
Yeah.
to win the auction from in the storage vault because Kamani's about to get a lot of money off of these kits, so they're gonna try to win the auction from down here.
Yeah.
Pat, Shaheen, can you go and
Wait, we need a person to stay there at the auction hall, right?
there-
So we
there-
can actually trigger it.
Have you noticed that there's somebody right over here? And also,
Yeah,
if you wanted to stay
okay.
there, you were probably the designated person to stay there. So
That may be a better option, actually.
you're the one leaving the post. All right, you want to stay there? That's fine.
Yeah, let's go ahead and stay there.
Let's cheat stop. All right. I mean, if you want to, you could at the very least still trigger Safeguard and move Garrett to your location because you would have gotten a free move with Safeguard.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so that's.
I keep forgetting how stuff works.
For people who are watching this and going, wait, what's going on? So last turn, when I left to go to the storage vault, Shaheen is going to have triggered Safeguards, and then using Avian Synergy, whenever he would move, he can instead move the Eagle, which,
Yes.
thanks to the free Safeguard move, would have moved him over there. Also,
Yeah.
I think this is supposed to be here now. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because I prefer the idea of Garrett going into the vault instead of me because it has non-Euclidean.
Got
And
it.
yeah.
All right. Shall I go first? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Not hearing any complaints.
So we need 7 resources.
I'm gonna move this. Okay, do I have the money to? Any way to get money to play this? So this card is super cute, but I wait. Actually, no, I don't want to take a contraband either. I don't want to
Is it
spend
an
any money.
item?
No, it's a contraband. The problem is it's a contraband, and it's supply and illicit traded, and I just didn't. I would like to use it on this kit, but it's a lot of money to get more money, which doesn't work. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it like this. It's fine. Investigate. I'm just gonna investigate as many times with this kit as I get the chance. And first one is gonna have a Gregory Duck in it because why not? And also this lone wolf that I drew way too late. Skull, which is a -4.
Yep.
What's the shroud here? It's 3, huh? Well, I'm failing
Yeah.
that test. Ooh, bad start. Bad start.
Does it? Oh, you have to succeed.
But only
If
if
you
you
succeed
discover.
by 0, it bumps you out.
No, but only if you discover. Yeah, if you discover any number of clues. Also,
Also, if you cheat clues,
yeah, exactly.
it kicks you out. That's clever. Good job,
Yeah.
Beard. I like that. So if you're like working a hunch or you're anything, if you weren't investigating,
Yeah,
they'll
Lola.
pick you out.
Can I stop drawing
Lola.
please? That's not much better.
And this
Oh,
one.
hold on, I have to do something.
Well, unfortunately, I also have to do something, and I think mine takes precedence because I'm the lead investigator. So I will autofill this test. So I've successfully managed to fail all 3 tests.
Okay, I still have to do this
Yeah.
as well. So I take a damage. Or Bronk takes the damage.
Don't you also get to pick the same option? Just make
Okay.
the test autofill.
Yeah, might as well. It
We
fails.
just both autofill. All right. So I managed to successfully investigate 0 times. So that's fun.
Okay.
You want to join me down here?
Yeah. Do you want to see how it's done?
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds rude, but
I'm
yeah.
teasing. I'm teasing. All right, I'm gonna move. Um. Empirical hypothesis. Last turn and this turn, I named the shroud thing, so it should have two
Yep.
evidence on it. Did we pull out? Oh, yeah. Let's say I put this on keeping tabs. I think that
You
was the
moved
only
in
option
there?
we
Oh,
had
you moved
anyway.
in? Hold on. Safeguard to move.
Well,
Muunokhoi or
the bird's
Garrett,
here, right?
yeah.
Because it only gets one move because you're not safeguarding twice. But you get a free move next turn, so you can move in with it anyway.
Easy enough.
Pat, I've got some
All
commits for you
right.
if you want them.
Somewhat.
Commits.
Oh, cool. I don't think I need it, but it doesn't hurt. I'm going to play out Ice Pick using a Schaffner's Catalog Buck. I'm going to investigate. I'll tap Ice Pick, so I'm investigating at 7-8 versus 3.
Let's see. We need 7 money.
Yeah.
So Ice Pick picks me up an extra clue. And I get my evidence.
Yeah, we need 7 for this one, which is a lot. But you can
I can just gain 3 resources my turn. I'm not doing anything else.
All right.
All right. And that is my turn.
All right.
Oh no, I have to scavenging something back. I don't have to, but I want to.
Yeah. All right, so Shaheen, go ahead and take your turn. I'm assuming you're moving the eagle in with us and then spending 3 actions to gain.
Yeah, moving the eagle in and then gaining 3.
Okay, and also you want to put 1 on the auction lot to avoid security.
Yeah, put 1 on it.
Okay. The other means it's gonna stick with you, which is nice. All right.
That's fine. Yeah.
And this is gone. Upkeep.
Yep.
Right, that's in my deck, and that's super important to my deck functioning, and I only drew this now. All right, Dumon, encounter cards. Well, I'm not taking any tests for the rest of the round, I guess.
Since you're at my location.
Put one of those down. Sounds good.
Okay. I only have 1 card in my deck. Oh, so I can't do the first one.
Yes, you can.
Can I?
You have to choose an option that will change the game state, and revealing 1 card out of 3 still reveals result.
Fair enough. All right, crack the case got removed from the game. What is? Oh, sorry. When the round begins, what am I going to choose? Probably succeed by 3 or more.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, and Shaheen?
Let's see. What am I revealing?
Another bidding
war.
Bidding
war. Imagine having to be scared of these treacheries when we know we're going to buy the items. So.
Yeah,
I'm
curious. I think I'll save my critique of the scenario for after the fact, but I think there's certain things that I would have done quite differently.
Yeah.
I'll see. I think it's an interesting concept, but I think there's a couple of things that make me go, I don't think this works the way this creates the experience that you want to create.
Yeah, I like it. I like this scenario, but it would not be as fun if we didn't have money. So
and I think the problem that exists, I think, is that there's no way to gain additional money other than this ability.
And this is once per game too. So
that's the one
really
thing.
hard.
I'm fine with you making if you choose a money deck and the out gives you strings attached, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But this should probably be a little bit more. It could be a parlay or something, and then repeatable a little bit.
But let's save that for after the game.
Well, yeah. We also should see how the scenario plays out.
Exactly.
So, do you mind if I go?
No, go ahead.
First.
Okay. I don't think I'm doing.
I'm going to play Fingerprint Kit. Finishing out my Schaffner's catalog. And using a resource. Lip. I'm going to investigate using Fingerprint Kit. So that gets me +1. I am testing at 7 versus 3. I'm going to commit a deduction. And I'm going to. I'm actually going to use a Kodak here.
All right. So that's 8 versus
so
1.
8 versus 1. I want to succeed by 3 so that I can get the empirical hypothesis. It's kind of extra right now, but whatever. It means that I'm just shuffling evidence around, which isn't a big deal.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cool. So I pick up 3 clues.
Yeah. And you get a card with scavenging.
Yep, and I get a card with scavenging. And whoops, sorry. I just changed my camera on accident.
That happens a
So
lot.
I'm going to. Yeah, I know. All right, so I'm going to pull back a ice pick before my deck reshuffles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend. Should I spend a empirical hypothesis to draw a card? I might be able to clear it out this turn if I draw a deduction.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, I think you go for it.
Yeah.
All
well,
right, so let's use empirical hypothesis.
Hold on, is this forced to do that?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, because we want to make sure that we have enough to get
so we don't want to do it this turn
No,
necessarily.
Yeah, we don't want to do it.
Yeah, okay, I'm kind of fine with it either way. But I do think that, yeah, I'm kind of in trouble with the Abyssal Visions here, so I'm not doing much this turn other than getting money. I think we'll win the auction, no problem. The thing is that, like, we're going to advance next turn anyway, and I think that's going to cause some, like, angry turns. So I'm kind of, like, I'm okay with us being ready to basically win at a moment's notice. This scavenging is faster, right, Pat?
Yes.
Actually, speaking of which, don't you have a scavenging left in your hand, if I remember correctly?
Oh, I should probably play that.
Play that and then investigate last action, right?
I don't have anything to scavenge, but yeah.
Right, that's true.
I'll investigate with ice pick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually need to do this, but it's like not a big deal. Yeah. All right, so what was I at?
7 plus like.
Yeah, you're at 7.
8.
Oh, and I had to commit reckless, so I don't think this succeeded.
No, you passed.
Or no, it did.
You passed, yeah.
So I passed by 0, I think, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and discard ice pick so that I can pick up 2 clues.
Where did reckless go?
This does kick me out.
Okay.
So it moves me to a connecting location. Non-Euclidean takes place, so I can't lose a resource, so I discard a card from my hand at random. Not a huge deal since I've got both of my scavengings. Thank you, Veronica.
You're welcome.
All right.
Wait, does the Abyssal Visions trigger? I mean, like, did you get the evidence from it?
Oh, yeah, I got the clue. I definitely did.
Yeah, you got like ages ago. So I'm just gonna stick here and gain 3 resources, I think, because we want to have the money for clearing the auction, and I don't want to take any tests when, you know, my odds are this
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, Shaheen, do you want to do the same and just also put...
Yeah, I was just going to play a Cherished Keepsake and then gain 2.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to do.
Do you want to actually move Garrett back to the service corridor for a moment, just in case, like,
sure,
wherever we need to go? Because there is another location connected to the service corridor that we don't see right now, which might be relevant. So how much money do you want to put on the auction lots? Do you want to put... So we need 7, right? Do you want to just put 3 on there right now?
If you this will trigger if you...
Oh, yeah, exactly. So then trigger your willpower test.
Who was doing it?
You, because you're the only one in the auction hall. So...
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
You pass?
I pass.
Bye. Yeah, there's not really... There are Ancient Evils in the deck. Do you just want to put it up to 7 so that if we draw the Ancient Evils, that we just let it fire?
I think there's nothing in here that makes you lose money, so I'm not...
That's not true. There's the pickpocketer.
Oh, that's true. I mean,
also,
I don't care about her.
But, you know.
I don't care about her.
All right, upkeep.
Yep.
I will say that after last scenario, not having my health and sanity pools treated like a boxing bag. It's kind of nice. Like
That's pretty rough.
I've
Yeah.
been
This is a fun scenario.
yeah.
I really like the theme. I think it
Mhm.
really shines. There are some things I would change, but I'm having such a fun time playing this
Ancient
right now.
Evils.
Yeah,
I
I'll put
will.
in evidence.
No.
Oh
That's
no, sorry.
Ancient Evils. I'm going to Ancient Evils.
That's Ancient Evils it, yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay, that
pick.
triggers and we won the
Uh,
tapestry.
yeah. So we have to spend 7 resources. Do we actually have
Okay,
that? Yeah, we do.
I'm gonna spend I can spend 7 of mine. Don't even
Excellent. You
everyone else
get
chill.
you
Yeah.
get the tapestry. We're gonna. Is it the Mongolian tapestry by chance? No.
No, it's a medieval
Okay.
tapestry. It would be cool if it was Mongolian.
If there's no auction lots, if you cannot advance the agenda. One final
Ooh.
bit. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes tonight's auction. The auctioneer banks his gavel a final time before stepping down from the lectern, the abruptness leaving the bidders in slight uproar. The obedience rushed to the final transaction and heard the rest towards the exit. With no further business, your presence here will only be tolerated a short while longer.
Okay.
Sold out. With the auction concluded, you have a brief window before your status as a guest is reduced to trespasser. You don't want to test the Obanian's capacity as host any more than you have to. 5 doom.
Okay.
Okay.
So we
All right.
get
Not too
get
bad.
in.
Just get the clues and we'll
We've got a
deal.
hard
Yeah.
clock now. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Pat, your encounter, because that was my encounter card. So your encounter card.
Yep. Agility 3.
It's the corners again. They're coming for you.
I'm going to use Daryl's Kodak on this one. So 2 versus 1 or 3 versus 1. Right? Do I have anything else?
Do you have an item to commit? Now's not the time because you have the double scavenger.
I don't.
All right.
Yeah.
-2.
-2, so I pass by 0.
Excellent. Sorry, what did you pick for hypothesis? I assume Shroud again because you're moving back into the
Shroud, yeah.
All
Shroud,
Okay.
good call.
Okay. Well, Pat, do you want to move in and clear out the?
Yeah, let's just clear this. Yeah. So I'll move. I'll tool belt back in my fingerprint kit.
Mhm.
I'll exhaust fingerprint kit to investigate. I'll commit perception to this.
That's good.
-2. I exhausted empirical hypothesis when I moved in. So I pick up 2 clues. I think
We advance.
you get a clue
Then
on
we
the
advance.
folding camp. You get a clue on the
Oh,
folding camp.
scavenging.
You also
Scavenging triggers.
get a trigger on the Hawkeye folding camera. It can have more than 3 clues or more than 3 evidence.
What?
Yeah, there's no
Can
limit
it
on
really?
here. Yeah, it just doesn't do anything normally.
Wow.
All right, we
That's
advance.
neat.
How many actions do you have left,
Yep.
Pat? You have 1 action left, right?
I have 1 action left.
All right, just making sure. The Warped Idol. Go ahead and read this, Pat, because you're...
Yeah, thank you. The Warped Idol. Your search through the auction storage grows steadily more frustrating. Actual tons of artifacts are nowhere to be found, and you keep grappling with some strange force that threatens to eject you from the storage room entirely. As you move to lift another crate, a small handle slides off and drops to the ground. Your eye catches the word Misane stamped across the paper, and you immediately seize and unwrap it. Beneath the waxed paper is a curious stone object about the size of a bottle, carved into an unrecognizable shape. The figurine proves difficult to hold, as its contours do not match up with what you see before you. You don't have much time to examine the object before the sound of echoing footsteps brings you back to the present. There will be time for study later. There are more unanswered questions to consider. Use an investigator to take control of the set-aside Warped Idol. Add a tablet token to the Chaos Bag for the remainder of the campaign. Spawn the set-aside Obanian security at the service corridor. Put the set-aside broker's office into play.
And if you're looking for it, I've already done that, so you're a little late. So let's see. The Warped Idol, Hyperbolic Carving, is a 2-cost asset with a willpower, agility, and wild icon. When you would, it has a accessory slot. When you would move from a location, exhaust the Warp Idol, this movement ignores all attacks of opportunity and effects on locations and treacheries that would trigger from that movement. The strange statue isn't as easy to hold as it looks. Your fingers appear to bend around the idol, gripping it from impossible positions. Given that I'm the only person right now who doesn't have an accessory slot on their person, shall I just take it?
Yeah, I don't mind,
Yeah.
and there's a juicy victory point, and Garrett is right there, so...
Yeah, so we have the enemy is the Obanian Sentry. alerts. It gets plus 3 health to that, so it's got 5 health total, 4 fight, and 2 evade. Forced, after you defeat the Obeying Sentry, reveal Broker's Office. After you evade him by 2 or more, reveal the Broker's Office. For the remainder of the scenario, he gains Hunter. So the Broker's Office, investigators cannot enter Broker's Office. So there's definitely something worth looking at there, right?
Yeah, let me handle this.
And then
all right, I've got one action. I've got one action left.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, should I just gain resources, draw cards, that kind of thing?
Yeah, because we're gonna have to leave the storage vault soon enough. It looks like our objective is to resign, which we can only do at the private lobby.
Remember, there's stuff in here.
Yeah.
There's something in there.
Well, yeah, I know, but like I'm not banking on that.
I mean, yeah.
Shaheen, why don't you go first? And
yeah, I'm gonna play Sweeping Kick.
I have one more. Oh, I'm getting a money.
Yeah, I thought you were getting research. Yeah. Oh, also, do you want to put evidence on the sentry?
Yeah.
Not sure if it's gonna matter, but you know.
Oh yeah.
You haven't.
Let's do it
yet. All right. So Sweeping Kick using Garrett to attack remotely, sending in the burb.
So I'm attacking at 9.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Hubris.
That's bad. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna exhaust LeBronc and gain a resource.
I want to point out
then
that the auction security is gonna lose or gonna, be a problem.
That is true. Okay. I'm going to attack with Garrett.
All right.
Again. Let me see. It's like I can't really commit anything. Well, I mean, I have a stunning blow, but that's like not.
Stunning blow's great here. We need to deal damage and evade, so throw the stunning blow in there.
Yeah, let's stunning blow him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice.
That succeeds. So I'm gonna deal 2 damage and evade him.
Sounds good.
Stunning blow. These guys are here at my location.
Yeah, they're gonna hit
What should I?
They're going to hit you.
Yeah, they're gonna hit me. I have to leave.
Well, they're still going to hunt and hit you.
Well,
no. Well, I still have 2 actions, but they're connected to every location.
Yeah. If you
what should I do? Should I try attacking?
You should at least kill off one of them if you can.
I don't think I can because it's aloof.
You don't have a vicious blow.
Right? Can you? Yeah, you can't. You can't compress into 3 damage.
Oh, you're right. Wait.
Yeah.
Can I?
You have 2 actions, so you could engage in attack.
Yeah, let's do that. Engage and attack. And attack with Brand of Cthulhu.
Do you have a vicious blow? Because if you don't have vicious blow, this isn't gonna kill.
I don't have vicious blow.
Then
no.
You probably shouldn't attack. You should probably. Hold on.
He's doubled. No, he doesn't.
I think you just want to evade.
Yeah, I can only evade one of these.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. That's 50% less enemy for me to have to deal with because it's gonna.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's evade.
Yeah.
Committing attract shoes to this test.
So you're 5 against 2.
Cool.
Nice.
Evaded.
So
cool.
One problem left to deal with. See? Okay.
Right now, at least.
You've also gone. So it's just me, right?
Yes. All right, Kamani, show us how it's done. Show these jokers what real security looks like.
I mean, I don't know if this is what real security looks like, but I'm about to backstab with son of a bitch. So
don't forget,
real security.
Euclidean will trigger.
That's right. I'll lose a resource. It's lose a resource or. Oh no, wait. Actually, no, it's not. I'm gonna trigger my fence and you idle and just not bother with the non-Euclidean.
Oh.
That's how we roll up here. I'm going to commit this. Am I going to commit the stealth here? Feels so bad. Oh, sorry. I should also do the. Yeah, no, I'm not. It's like I keep shuffling the same 3 cards with the underworld market. So I want to backstab, and I have a bunch of different choices. People in the chat are free to tell me that I'm completely wrong here. So the thing is, I have a stealth in hand, which is of course bonus actions to evade, but I feel like it's bad here because I can't use Kamani's ability to free trigger or to super evade this because it's elite, and I feel like with the extra enemies that Shaheen is about to have to fight, I feel like we don't want to slow down. So I'm just gonna backstab.
I think you just kill him. Yeah.
There, I do in fact kill him. So that's another 3 damage, which is in fact enough to kill him. Sorry about
And then this is revealed.
Yeah, this is revealed. What does it look like?
Oh, after you reveal Broker's office, put the set-aside Nora Shanley into play. At the end of the enemy phase, if there's at least one investigator at Broker's office, move each unengaged enemy one location towards it. Your sudden entrance startles the woman at the desk, who looks to you with indignation and confusion.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna
I
talk
think
to
we want
somebody.
to talk to her
Yes.
and advance it.
Well, I'm gonna move in, and I'm going to. I'm gonna start by clearing out this location. So I'm gonna investigate with the thieves kit, and of course I draw -4, so I failed. Don't worry about it. All right. Enemy phase. So
Okay.
this action security is going to. Oh wait, no. Even though they have prey, they're both still gonna hunt towards Shaheen because he's the closest
They
investigator.
go towards me because I'm here.
So they both engage you, but this one stays exhausted. So you get.
Yeah, and then
2
LeBronc dies.
Really? You're not just gonna put one on Goat and one on LeBron?
Oh, yeah, let's do that. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, let's do that.
Put the damage a little at least. All right, we got to upkeep.
Wait, did we kill the VP dude?
Oh yes, sorry,
Yeah,
there's VP. He should be in those pictures.
Okay. I
Yeah.
needed to double check.
No worries. So upkeep.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Sorry.
No worries. Doomon, 1 of 5. Encounter cards. Keeping tabs. It gains surge.
I'll put that on the thingy. I think it still happens.
Oh, I forgot
right?
to do this. This was
Or
at
does it
the
just-
end of my turn. I forgot to do that. Hold on.
So I feel like this is a question I have for the beard, whether or not this is supposed to. Oh, well, no, actually, it says it gains surge, otherwise put it into play. If it doesn't say that it's supposed to be put into play, it's discarded
Right.
when it resolves.
It just surges. Yeah, good call.
I can't choose to reveal top 3 cards in my deck because I have 0 cards in my deck, so I have to introduce
Oh,
here.
no.
That's fine. Although, wait, no, it has to be non-barrel. Okay.
It's okay.
Pat, yours. Surges.
Tabs.
It's Surge, yeah.
Okay, hidden card. And then Shaheen.
Surge.
Surge.
Okay.
Also surges, but less friendly surge, because this one does go into play.
Okay.
No, it does go
Yeah,
into
that
play.
one goes into play, and then this surges.
I'll put
Okay.
a
That surges.
evidence on it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
Bad stuff's happening. Pat, do you want to go first?
Yep.
Yeah,
I feel like
you
if
need to get in there, investigate, and then do stuff
I'm
with
going to
her.
move.
Yeah, Kamani can clear out the...
I'm going to tool belt away my other Hawkeye folding camera.
Mm-hmm. Guessing you don't have a deduction.
Play out Ice Pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to investigate with Fingerprint Kit and Ice Pick. So I am once again testing at 7 versus 4. I'm committing Perception as well.
All right.
So that puts us at 9 versus 4.
Go for it. Excellent.
Nice. Which
three, right?
doesn't get me a scavenging trigger, which is hilarious.
But you still get all. Don't you get all 3?
I get all 3 though.
Yeah, you get all 3.
Great.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, and then now you can parlay her.
That's your turn, right?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right.
But I can, now that I'm here, I can keep sending my evidence to help out with the thing.
So just let me parlay 3 times.
You can make it free, right? Yeah. It's free.
Yeah. Just give me 3 evidence pads, and I should.
Yeah, and it's over.
If I don't autofill.
Yep.
Pass.
Nope.
Well.
I'm gonna take damage.
Yeah, I was like, no, it doesn't discard on damage. If you take the damage, it doesn't discard. But, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's just in your head. But I only revealed one of those. The other 2 were tablets.
And we did put the other tablet in, right?
Yeah, yeah.
After it told us. Okay.
I did.
Cool.
So I put 3.
All right, and then we advance
the current act. If there are at least close the deal. If there's at least 3 clues on Nora Shanley, after minutes of pleading and badgering, the woman lets out an exaggerated exhale smoke. All right, fine. I've seen a lot of stupid people mess with your bench before, but this has got to take the cake. I want to hear your reasons for all this, and it better be a good one. R2. I like the idea that you are the thing we're badgering her with is your pictures because it's the evidence. So we're showing all the pictures.
It's the evidence
too.
We spend all of the evidence to make sure that she understood.
Yeah.
All right. Do you mind if I read resolution 2?
Please do.
Yeah.
Okay. You try to explain to the broker the nature of your investigation with as few details as possible, but she scrutinizes each word until your purpose at the auction is clear. You begrudgingly tell Miss Shanley about your brief investigation of the riverfront before arriving at the auction. Hold on, can you hear that barking in the background?
No, I cannot.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, just making sure. All right. You begrudgingly tell Miss Shanley about your brief investigation of the riverfront before arriving at the auction, which causes a puzzling shift in her expression. She sits in quiet thought for a moment before casting her steely gaze back up at you. No, your story is incredible. Wycliffe wouldn't have sent you to the river in the first place. You press Miss Shanley on how she knows that on how she knows what Wycliffe would do, and show her the documents from Wycliffe as proof of your story. Her confusion deepens as she appraises the papers, and she leans back into her chair for another drag on her cigarette. The woman scrutinizes your face once more as she exhales before replying. What I'm about to tell you does not leave this room. Am I understood? You nod curtly, though Miss Shanley takes her time before responding again. Wycliffe is the man who hired us to take the artifacts in the first place. Here. The broker opens up her desk and pulls out a check for a sizable sum, with Wycliffe's signature clearly printed at the bottom, a perfect match for the one on your letter. Miss Shanley allows you to view the check for a few seconds before she returns it to her desk and stands swiftly. If you want any further information, I suggest you ask Wycliffe directly. I have enough to worry about without this backward deal adding to it, and I suggest you leave before you give security any extra reasons to ice you. In your campaign log, record that the investigators interviewed the broker. Add a cultist token to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. Skip to resolution 4. Your visit to the auction may have been in part frustrating, but you managed to lay claim to some hard evidence at least. You are still learning how best to handle the statuette, as its construction is utterly alien. You're unsure if any human hand could have carved such a thing, or if it even originates on Earth at all. The one thing you are sure of is that the world seems to bend slightly around the stone, and something like that is better kept in your hands than the enemy's. Any one investigator may choose to add Warped Idol to their deck. This card does not count towards that investigator's hand size. Mark 1 notice in your campaign log. Continue to resolution 5. Recent events may have brought you closer to the truth, but your enemies still managed to repossess the vast majority of the Mycenaean stone before you even arrived. They vanished as quickly as they appeared, which would have left you with a cold trail were it not for the revelation about Wycliffe. The time has come to dispel the air of conspiracy that has saturated your investigation from the very start. You set off for Wycliffe's estate without delay. For each auction lost to the for each auction lot the investigators control at the end of the scenario, choose one. In your campaign log, cross off one entry, remove that auction lot from the game. So you can, for the investigators, so that does kind of balance. You can take out a loan and buy one or two things.
Okay.
Move that auction lot to the victory display. Each investigator earns experience X equal to the value of each card in your victory display. If there are 3 or more auction lot assets in the victory display, each investigator earns 1 bonus experience. If the investigators did not win any auction lot assets at all during the scenario, each investigator earns 2 bonus experience. Okay, so that's the balancing. You can have a harder time, but you get more experience from it.
Yeah.
Interesting. If any investigator earned 3 or more experience during this scenario, mark 1 notice in your campaign log. If any investigator earned 6 or more experience during this scenario, mark 1 additional notice in your campaign log. Proceed to scenario 3, private lives.
At this point, I'm not convinced that they couldn't just replace that with add 2 notice to the campaign log, because I don't think we're ever going to get less than 6. But that also because I'm running Oval, of course. Anyway, we earn 7 XP.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Also, before we go any further, who gets the idol? Because that's important. I kind of
not
like
me.
I kind of like it because I have Hidden Pocket, and it didn't come out to play this turn or this game because money was very tight. But it could.
Where's the card? Can I see it?
Sorry, here it is.
Is it? Okay, sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, this makes way more sense for you. Like, it would be nice-ish for me, but I can't exactly. It would be good for commits and scavenging.
I think it's good on either of us. It's also good for you because you like not provoking attacks opportunity when you move around, potentially messing with enemy attacks. But I think
Yeah, but I think you're moving trickier ways. Yeah,
But
I'd say you take it.
the other thing is I'm moving in trickier ways, but I also have rogue access to let me move in tricky ways. But I'm totally okay taking this. So yeah,
I
will
have
take this.
seeker access.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. We earn. So we earn basically 6 XP from we display one additional one for the lot. I earn 2 additional XP from the Charon's Oboe. So we add 2 additional notice. I earn 9 XP, you earn 7 XP. Is that all correct?
Yeah, so we all get 7. Interesting.
I get the Warp Idol. And,
The investigators have 6 notice now.
Yeah. Well, that was very interesting.
We add a cultist.
Yeah, I'll add the cultist next time, don't worry. So that was super interesting. I think, looking back at it, I still think... I think I like the scenario more than I initially thought when I realized that we couldn't get any additional money. Because I realized now the clues that we got, you were supposed to get all the clues in order to advance the act. So spending lots of clues to get more money would have messed with that. I still think that some ability, like replace the ability on the smoking lounge with an ability to give you money instead. Like maybe you discard the item and then you get money equal to its cost or something. I don't know. The problem that I'm having with it is that I think it can get a little uninteractive and you're just spending lots of actions gaining resources, which I don't like. But on the other hand, how many of the lots are actually super expensive? Right, so the Pearl Jewelry set was very cheap. Oh, okay. Yeah, this would have also helped. So we got, I think, some of the most expensive options.
Yeah, because...
Yeah,
the other one was super expensive.
Yeah.
It was like 3.
Yeah,
so we got all the really
the-
expensive ones.
I
and
think
then...
the one thing, so during the scenario, I agree with y'all's complaints that, like, if we did not play with a rogue, this would have been hard.
Mhm.
But, like, looking at the resolutions, it balances at the end pretty well.
That's fair.
So, like,
That is
honestly, like, for me, I just think that needs to be telegraphed so you don't, like, feel bad during the scenario.
Yeah, because
Like,
I was thinking...
hey, if you're not, you need to have something that, like, maybe some flavor text even that says, if you're not rich, you'll have to scrape by and use your wiles, but you'll gain a lot of experience during the, something
because
like that, you know?
I was thinking that if we didn't get like some of these, that because I thought it was either gonna like add an item or like, you know what I mean, that there was gonna be something else depending on how many of these you got.
So maybe on the maybe also like in the description of the auction deck, like you can say that, hey, these aren't going to be sets or something. Like, I know that kind of spoils the experience, but there is expectations.
I think
know?
honestly, and this might be putting a little bit of too high of an expectation on the product, but I think I would go the other way and just expect there to be a bunch of special ability items, and maybe that's a bit too much. But on the other hand, I have a lot of respect for the Beard and the work he's done before, so I don't think it's out of the equation for him or out of the question for him to do something of that level. And I'm not disappointed by the results. Certainly, I think it was a fantastic scenario. But I do think that I was kind of surprised to see. Oh, we just get 1 additional XP for getting 3 of these. Okay, I mean that's fine, but it feels a little odd.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
The other thing
I would have liked the ability to sell this and launder it for money, because that's how rich people launder their money. So like maybe you could give like people who got it like extra experience or extra resources at the next scenario or something, you know.
There's also a couple of curiosities with these encounter sets, but I think it's fine because the scenario felt overall balanced, even if some individual encounter cards maybe felt a little off. So I think that's kind of a balancing matter.
We're talking balance. The conceit of this scenario, I loved it. I felt like we were at an auction house trying to sneak around, trying to juggle. Hey, Albanians, we're all cool. Like, promise we're
I
bidding
thought
on
it was
items.
really fun.
It felt so good. And we did fine because we were rich. If we were poor, I would have felt bad during the scenario and then been okay at the rest.
Imagine if it was if you were playing.
But it would have been like a long time getting there, you know.
Also, before we end it, I want to know what cards are in y'all's hands, because I have You Owe Me One, and I was super tempted to play it last round, not this round, but the one before, and I want to know if I could have gotten anything super interesting. I assume it wasn't going to be. There's some good stuff in there.
Mine is just like events and say another safeguard.
Well, I can. Oh, Safeguard's pretty nice. Yeah, so I got
Brand of
this card.
I'm
Cthulhu.
excited about. Yeah, I haven't actually gotten to play Cryptographic Cipher, but like theoretically, it's a good card for Daryl, and it's a tool. So
Seems good.
Yeah.
whatever.
Hey,
I'm probably gonna upgrade out of it eventually.
We're well over 2 hours at this point, so I'm gonna wish you both a fantastic
Okay.
day. I'm gonna go have dinner because I'm starving. Have a fantastic day.
All right.
Thank you to everybody who's
Yeah.
been watching. Do you have any goodbyes to say?
I don't know.
Awkward
We'll
silence.
just
Well, goodbye, and I'll be
Yeah,
seeing you
yeah.
until the end of time.
bye.
Bye.